All right. We're live. Here we go. Let's get it, baby. We're eating some Ratbird tonight. I'll tell you that right now. We're eating some Ratbird tonight. Mikey says who dat for life. I believe it's pronounced who day, Mikey. Who day. That's how it's pronounced. Who day. No, there's no T in there. It's who day. But you know what? I hope the Saints win too. I hope the Saints win too. As long as it's not, a game the Bengals need them to lose. That's more important. Now, Richard knows how to pronounce it. It's who day. Who day think I'm going to beat them Bengals, except for, backup quarterbacks and rookie quarterbacks. And literally, I should have known. Oh, throw that down there. I should have known. Let's see that we were going to lose to C.J. Stroud. I should have known that. Because that's what the Bengals do, right? The Bengals historically are awful against rookie quarterbacks and backup quarterbacks. I don't know why, but I mean, maybe the Bengals are just a team that thrives off of being able to study a team on film. I don't know if that's it or what. But yeah, I should have known they were going to lose to the Texans. I actually was kind of thinking the week before the game, I was kind of thinking oh man, if we lose this game, it's not like the end of the world. It would suck, but, it's definitely a possibility. So I went into that week not really thinking, I thought the Bengals would win. I did. I did think the Bengals would win, but, I definitely recognize it's possible they might not. Richard says, the sad thing is how pointless this game is in terms of seeding. A loss wouldn't move anyone in the seeding, just not today at least. Well, yes and no. It's very incredibly important to the seeding. It wouldn't move anything right now, but honestly, talking about playoff seeding, if the season ended today, is kind of pointless in the first place because it doesn't end today. There's a lot more games left to play. Now I will say though, if the Bengals win, then they're back in control of a playoff spot. So yeah, it might not change anything as far as the division goes, at least not directly today, although it probably will have long-term effects. Especially if the Bengals, if they win today and then they win next week while the Ravens are on bye, then that actually would, be something really significant for the Bengals. Not while they're on bye. Something it's... You know what I'm saying. Point being, it's a huge game tonight, regardless of the fact that right this second, it's not going to stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 6800 KB. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, it says good connection. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, the game matters. I think we can all agree the game matters. It doesn't actually move seeding a whole lot right now, but if the Bengals win, they do get in control of a playoff spot again. That's important. Bengals need. Oh no, it's the Texans. That's what. Not the Ravens who are on bye. I think it might be the Texans who are on bye. So, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Guys. I don't know what I'm even talking about. But somebody has some sort of bye or something coming up, and that affects the Bengals. I know that. Jim says Bengals need to save their season. They lose like the Bills and Giants. Equals no playoffs. What does the Giants have to do with anything? I'm confused by that. What are the Giants? The Giants aren't in the playoff race at all this year, Jim. There's no Giants involved here. And the Bills, Bills are going in the wrong direction. But yes. I wouldn't say the Bengals need to save their season, but they probably need to save their division hopes. If the Bengals lose tonight, I think the division's probably out of reach. I still think the wild card is perfectly on the table, but if the Bengals lose tonight, there's probably no division championship this year. This is probably it for the division championship. They got to win today, and it's not like they couldn't. The Ravens could collapse, and the Bengals could just start winning after this and. That could happen, but the likelihood of them winning division is pretty low if they lose today. Saints are on a bye. Yep. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's still who day. Who day. What's going on, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights? Make sure to get plenty of alcohol for the Super Tank Bowl next Sunday. Giants Patriots. I'm not even gonna watch, honestly. Like why would you like, I mean, unless you just like have nothing better to do, then maybe you watch Giants Patriots, right? But I mean, like, I got way too many other things to do than watch Giants Patriots. Like, I mean, maybe it might be on in the background, but I mean, even then, how's my like video quality and everything? Because like I keep getting a warning on YouTube saying that like the bit rate is like lower than the recommended bit rate, and I don't really know how to fix that. Yeah, I don't really understand how to fix that. Is the stream good quality or is it bad quality or what's going on with that? Because YouTube's giving me a warning, but like I don't know. Richard with their records, who cares? Richard, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even gonna bother watching that game. Like, stream is same quality as usual. Okay, all right. Well, I don't know. I'm getting a warning from YouTube that there's something going on with the bit rate, but I'm also not entirely sure what that means. So I don't know. The Who Dat Center Me will stream on Sunday about the Saints' struggles. All right. Well, I ain't doing anything on Sunday, so if y'all are streaming while I'm home, I might be out with my family or something. But if I'm at home, I'll hop on and check out your stream, Mikey. All right. So we got about what is it, like 8 minutes or so before this game starts. Where are we as far as the thing goes? Game starts at 8:15. I think they said kickoff was 8:15, so I'm a little surprised that like the game hasn't started on the thing yet. Wait, oh, I think here it is. I think we're going now. If it would load. There we go, and we got the sound and everything. So hopefully that didn't mess with the copyright there. Got Joe Shiesty there on the screen. And I'll tell you what, Joe Shiesty made me think that he was going to do it again against the Texans. I don't know if y'all saw my short that I put out, but the Bengals made me think. I literally thought the Bengals won. I literally thought like Tyler Boyd caught the ball and the Bengals won. And then turns out he dropped it. Although I think James Rapine made a really good point. Like looking back, even though it felt like we had all the momentum in the world, the defense was terrible in that game. So, like, how likely is it that the Bengals actually stopped the Texans from getting a touchdown on the next drive? That's the question. I mean, maybe they do because they're typically pretty good about not allowing touchdowns. They let a lot of field goals go. They let a lot of yards go, but they're typically pretty good about stopping touchdowns. So maybe they stopped the Texans, but you know, at the same time, like just the way the defense was playing, you would have had to time it perfectly on offense to really feel perfect about their chances of winning. All right, so this game's in Baltimore, and the Ravens are coming out. Interesting injury notes, by the way. Very, very important injury notes I think we need to talk about for this game. So, the Ravens have ruled out Marlon Humphrey and Ronnie Stanley Jr. So, the Bengals ruled out Sam Hubbard and T. Higgins, and that was unfortunate. Especially, you know, we saw what the Bengals looked like without Sam Hubbard against the Texans, and it wasn't good. But I'm sorry, my brain just completely froze for a second. The Ravens will be without one of their offensive tackles in Ronnie Stanley. He's probably their best offensive tackle. So, you know, in theory, I don't really, know how good Trey might be on the other side, but maybe you can have Trey go play on the other side, or maybe you take advantage of the mismatch and keep him on the same side. I don't know. Maybe you have Trey go play on the other side against the starter, and then you set up Miles Murphy for some success or something like that, right? Next to whoever the backup is for the Ravens. So, I mean, that's just kind of my thought process. The Bengals and Ravens are both pretty banged up right now, and they're coming off really shitty losses, quite frankly. So, the way I see it, these are two very evenly matched teams, and either team, I don't think there's much of an advantage either way, other than the Ravens having the game at home. But, for the most part, I think it's going to be a very even matchup, and we're going to see. I do have the Bengals winning 24-17. But even then, that might be too high of a... Because I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I really do. That might be too high of a scoreline. I don't know. We'll see. But I do think the Bengals win this game because I think the Bengals... They almost beat the Texans, frankly. It wasn't exactly... It wouldn't have been the most convincing win ever at all because they didn't play for 3.5... They played the first drive and the last drive, and that's really kind of about it. No, I don't know. The Bengals, like, for as bad as it looked, the Bengals did not have that horrendous of a game against the Texans. It ended up looking really horrendous because of, like, the stats and the box score and everything like that. But the fact of the matter is they were in it till the very end, and they almost beat them. So it's not like the Bengals are just suddenly trash or anything like that. No more than the Ravens are after losing to the Browns, frankly. So, we'll see. But the Texans are a good football team. Fire Sneaky Pete. I don't think he's going to get fired, Mikey. I really, and that's not even me, trolling and trying to... That's not even me, trolling and trying to, say, oh, Pete Carmichael, because you're always against Pete Carmichael and whatever. That's me being genuine. I don't think they're going to fire Pete Carmichael, because the fact of the matter is the Saints right now are in the middle of a playoff run. And you just don't get rid of coaches in the middle of a playoff run. It's happened a few times, and it never turns out well. The only time you ever, fire a coach if you still have a chance in the playoffs is if the season's just been horrendous and you have some legit reason for firing that coach, like Josh McDaniels or Urban Meyer or something like that, right? Then you fire a coach in the middle of the season and maybe you kind of ride that, we're finally free of this guy kind of, energy and see if that can propel you to the playoffs, right? The Raiders did it with John Gruden, and that was crazy that they did that with John Gruden, but that was also very special circumstances. So I don't see the Saints firing Pete Carmichael this year, and honestly, if the offense keeps having, if the offense keeps being up and down, I don't see them firing him at all. Because, unless the offense just completely falls apart the rest of the season, but, I mean... I don't think the Saints see it the same way that a lot of the fans see Pete Carmichael. Frankly, I don't. Got an alert. Satin live now. What? I don't. You're gonna have to translate that one, Richard. Saying live. Oh, saying live now. Okay, all right. Got an alert saying live now. Is the game live now? I mean, the game's not live now. It's not. They might have flipped the coin. I don't know. I haven't seen, but as far as my stream of the game goes, I'm watching the Snickers commercial right now with the Bengals fan. I remember it's so weird to me that the Bengals are at least commercially viable at this point. When I was growing up, I used to kind of get annoyed at the fact that you never saw the Bengals in any sort of advertisement for the NFL or for a product or anything like that. Now, they're an interesting team. It's weird. Gonna vlog the Saints Giants game in the Superdome. Mikey, that was actually something I was considering doing with my show for a little while. Is vlogging live games, because having season tickets and all, I just didn't end up getting to go to enough season games. And also it was when I did try to do a vlog, I tried to record video of myself talking about whatever. I couldn't get the files to actually upload correctly or anything like that. So that's something I have considered doing. If I can figure it out one day, I might consider doing it, because I'll be honest, I enjoy doing these games. Where I come on the live stream and we talk and everything like that. I enjoy watching the games with you guys, but I really enjoy going to games. I had so much fun at that Texans game. We lost and I still had fun. I'd do that 1 billion out of 1 billion times again. Maybe with different company, but Didn't stream Sunday either. Yeah, I did see that you said that, Mikey. Steelers, wait, wrong stream. Who day? Steelers ain't going anywhere near the Super Bowl, Richard. I know defense wins championships, but offense gets you to the championship. At the end of the day, think about all of the great defenses that have won championships. They had some offensive spurts that kind of got them to that position in the first place. Yeah, defense will win you individual games, especially big clutch games like the Super Bowl. But you still have to have some semblance of offense to do anything. And the Steelers just don't. The fact that they're 6-3 is wild, honestly. But at the same time, if we got to the end of the season right now and the Steelers didn't win another game for the entire year, they ended up 6-11. They just lost every single game for the rest of the year. And then you time travel back in time and you told somebody right now that the Steelers ended up 6-11 and didn't win a single game for the rest of the year, people would be like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But they wouldn't be that shocked, Guys, like, the Steelers are crazy, man. Like, Mike Tomlin legitimately is a voodoo wizard, man. Like, he just... I don't know what to say about him. Looks like the Ravens are going to get the ball first, so gives the Bengals the second half advantage, which the Bengals have a very good record with, by the way. So I don't know why they stopped doing that. All right, so the kickoff is away, and that's going to go in the back of the end zone for a touchback. We just need to keep Lamar contained. Well, that's the thing. Like, Lou Anarumo is generally pretty good at coming up with a game plan for Lamar Jackson. Almost always has Lou Anarumo comes out looking good in these Bengals-Ravens games. Now, whether the Bengals win or not is a different story, but Lou Anarumo almost always comes out looking like he's got something. So it's going to be hard without Sam to keep his legs contained, but if you can keep his legs contained and you can make him throw, I think you have a really good chance to win this game. All right. Shotgun snap for Lamar Jackson on 1st and 10. He takes a snap, fakes the handoff, he throws to Mark Andrews, who's just wide open. Are we going to do this all day? Are we going to do this all day? Akeem Davis-Gaither was in coverage, and he was like nowhere. By the way, nice to see ADG back. But at the same time, like, Mark Andrews just wide open there. It's like, I don't even know what the hell that was. Like, there's nobody. They're playing zone coverage, and there's just nobody on the other side of the field over there. I guess technically you can't get too mad at ADG for staying in his zone, but just why is there nobody covering that part of the field? All right, well, now the Ravens have the ball at the 39. It's 1st and 10 yet again. Come on, defense. It's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards, and, oh, nice! DJ Reader does a nice job of bringing him down. He might have gotten a yard, but I'm not even sure he got a yard. All right, well, if we can contain the run, I think we'll have a good day. If we can contain the run, that's the main thing. If we can contain the run, I think we'll have a good day. You know, make Lamar Jackson pass the ball. He's gonna run. You know, they're gonna do some running. But if you can limit the running and make them throw, then that's where I think your advantage could possibly be. So it's gonna be 2nd and 9. Lamar takes a shotgun snap. And he's got a lot of pressure, but he gets the ball off, and DJ Turner's just nowhere near Zay Flowers, who just dives right around Mike Hilton, dude. Like, what are we even doing right now? Dude, are you absolutely kidding me? That was a pretty good pass rush, too. That was pretty good pass rush. Cam Sample doing a pretty good job of getting to Lamar Jackson, but not quick enough, and he gets the ball off. And it doesn't matter because DJ Turner just got completely roasted on that play by Zay Flowers. Like, dude, DJ Turner, he just got obliterated by Zay Flowers on that play. Like, it wasn't even, man. All right, so it's going to be another handoff. Lamar Jackson actually is going to keep the ball. He's going to be a fake handoff, and he's going to run for 8 yards. So I guess we're just letting the Ravens do whatever they want right now. That's just what we're doing right now. I don't know. Maybe the defense will heat up. But right now, we're just kind of letting the Ravens do whatever they want. So, like I said, you got to contain the run. You got to contain the run. You've got to know that Lamar Jackson's going to run the ball, and you've got to learn to contain him. And if you don't, it's going to be a bad day, because then he's going to be able to, get passing stuff open. And then he's going to look like a really good passer. All right, it's going to be sort of a pistol formation. Not really. Kind of. All right, so Gus Edwards, nice. So they're doing a good job. Oh, that was Keaton Mitchell, actually. They're doing a good job of containing the running backs. Just be nice if they contain the quarterback from running. But we'll see. That sure would be nice, but we'll see if that actually happens. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap. Lamar Jackson rolls back, and there's going to be some good pressure, but he rolls out of the pressure, and he just... Once again, nobody's paying attention to Lamar Jackson running the ball. See, that was the thing. That was the thing about Lou Anarumo's game plans against Lamar Jackson that I always really liked, was the fact that he was really good about anticipating Lamar Jackson running the ball. He's just doing whatever he wants right now. So, I mean, this is the first time. This is the first time I've really seen this out of Lamar Jackson against the Bengals since Lou got here, honestly. So hopefully this will change. Hopefully this will stop, because it's looking Not looking too good right now. But it's the first drive, so I'm not panicking. All right. Shotgun snap. He's going to fake the handoff and throws it to Mark Andrews, who makes a guy miss, and then he picks up 9 yards. Ooh. Mark Andrews shaking up. Mark Andrews is not wanting to get up. He's grabbing at his head or something. I can't. Oh man, the training staff's coming out. That's not good. That's not good. Mark Jackson is kind of pissed, too. Threw his helmet down in frustration. That can't be good. Ooh. All right, well, we're going to commercial. Mikey says fire everyone. Bro, y'all are in a playoff hunt. Like, don't fire everybody. Like, if y'all miss the playoffs, maybe you fire everybody. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But don't fire everybody now. Like, you just don't do that. We'd be 2-8 if we had a complicated schedule. Well, you don't. You're in the playoff hunt, so don't fire everybody. Just don't do it. The offense sucks. Not every week they don't. We should have traded Pete with Sean Payton. Alright, well, fair enough. I don't know if the Broncos would have taken him. At least no one in the NFC South is that good, Mikey. That's what I'm saying. Like the Saints, yeah, like, you know, it's been a frustrating year, but y'all are like in the playoff race. So, like, you know, relax a little. Don't fire anybody until the season's over. You know, if you miss the playoffs, maybe somebody gets fired. Okay, maybe it's Pete Carmichael. I don't know. I don't think they would, but maybe they would. But like, just don't do it in the middle of the year, especially if you're in a playoff race. Like, you just don't do that. I wish we weren't good. What? What do you mean you wish you weren't good, Mikey? That doesn't make any sense. Steelers are in the seeding. I think they don't make it past that point. You don't think they make it past being a wild card team? I mean, I'm honestly shocked that they're like in the wild card to begin with. Like, they're not a good football team. They're just not. We'll see. Defense is optional now. Well, it's not. Defense is not optional, but the Bengals seem to think it is, Jeff. So I don't fucking know. But we'll see. We'll see. It'd be nice if like they would do like anything to stop Lamar Jackson, though. I mean, like, man. Ravens are a first half team, though, so I mean, I guess probably should have expected this. Ravens are a first half team, so this might be a rough first half for the defense. I don't know. Mark Andrews is walking off the field under his own power, which is good. He's under his own power. They're taking him to the sideline to check him out, though, so hopefully he's okay. Rivalry or no rivalry, don't root for that. All right, so it's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards. Nice. Bengals doing a great job against the run there. Now, actually, he might have gotten a first down. Actually. But, I mean, like, barely. But barely, I guess. Oh, no, they're calling him short. What? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, never mind. They put him behind the line, but then they signaled for a first down, so I'm really confused. But I don't know. Maybe the line on the broadcast is bad. I mean, that's fair. I can't see it on the sideline, so I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Gus Edwards, and the one time they can't stop him, he gets in the end zone. All right, well, that's the defense for you. Right now. Remember when we were all thinking the Bengals had a really good defense this year, guys? I remember those times. Those were good times. Can we go back to those times? People talking about Lou Anarumo going to be getting a head coaching job, and he might. He really kind of deserved it, but I'm going to be honest, like right now, the defense looks bad. And it's not Lou's fault. I'm not trying to say it's Lou's fault. Mark Andrews, is he going to the locker room? Ooh. I don't know if he's going to be here. All right, well, Ravens are on the board. Justin Tucker's coming out for the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. All right, it's 7-0. Offense, you got to do something. Offense, you absolutely got to do something. Joe Burrow, we can't have none of this slow start bullshit. We got to go now. We got to go now, man. I'm not here to just watch the Ravens run all over us like this. Man, the one play where they decide to not actually stop the run. The one play where they decide not to stop the run. Just walks in for a touchdown. Logan Wilson wraps him up, but, way too late, and the momentum carries him in. Play good offense every 4 games. Well, fair enough. I'm just saying your record is what it is, Mikey. I'm just saying your record is what it is. It's not a bad record. Miss Drew Brees. Now, that's fair. But Derek Carr's a good quarterback. I just, he's getting hurt right now and stuff, but Derek Carr's a good quarterback. Drew Brees is a better quarterback, but I think actually Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Drew Brees was in his final season. I think I would put my hat on that one. Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Drew Brees was in Drew Brees' final year. Now, I'm not sure if that's saying much because Drew Brees was not very good in his final year, but all right, so that's going to go for a touchback, and the Bengals are going to get the ball at the 25. Please, for the love of God, offense, do something. Because the defense can't be bothered. The defense can't be bothered. No, they cannot. All right. Got Drew Sample, Tyler Boyd out there. See Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon's on the field. Chuck Sizzle. Charlie Jones is active for this game, by the way. So, for what that's worth, we might be seeing him. Might be seeing some Charlie Jones. It's going to be a fake handoff to Joe Mixon, not a very convincing one. Joe Burrow's going to get out of trouble, get out of a sack, and he's going to run forward for about 8 yards. Nice job, Joe. He takes a bit of a tough hit there, but not like a seriously tough hit, but be nice to see the offensive line do a little bit better than that, though. But hey, 8 yards is 8 yards. I'll take it. Not this. It's not a first down. Second down, just to be clear. Just to be clear, it's second down, but it's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 3, apparently, according to the broadcast. I don't know. I thought he got 8. Maybe it was like 7.5 or something. I don't know. All right, Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, and he's going to pitch it to Joe Mixon to the right, who's going to find a hole. There you go, first down. He gets it down to about the 44-yard line, but he just keeps them legs moving. Let's go. That was a good run right there. We can establish the running game. That'd be a good thing. Let's establish the run because, I know it's an old school thing to say, but it's really true, especially for this Bengals offense. If you establish the run, you will open up the pass. Because that's the thing. That's the way you shut down the Bengals offense, is when they get one-dimensional. Like, if you can get the Bengals to be one-dimensional and then you can just, focus all your efforts on one guy, they tend to not recover from that. That's the way to stop the Bengals offense. All right, shotgun snap for Joe Burrow. He's going to throw, and it's caught by, I think, Tanner Hudson. And there you go. Face mask. Ravens got to pull him down with the face mask. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Bengals. And it's going to be some extra yards on top of that, too. Tanner Hudson, what a revelation he's been. I wonder if anybody on the planet ever said that the Bengals should, put him on the 53-man roster. I wonder if anybody who maybe has a YouTube channel about the NFL with a focus on the Bengals ever said in the offseason that Tanner Hudson should be on the team. I don't know. I don't remember, guys. Do you remember? Because I remember. I was lying. I remember. All right, but yeah, face mask on the Ravens. The Bengals got the ball at the 35-yard line, so the offense is moving. That's good to see. Good to see the offense moving. All right, Joe Burrow, quick throw to Jamar Chase, and he just had to get rid of that ball quickly, and he just did not throw a good pass at all. Ravens blitzed on the side, and Joe Burrow just decided to go for the screen pass to Jamar Chase, and I don't think anybody was ready for that. Now, I'm actually kind of confused because it was pretty obvious he was blitzing. I saw that. So, I'm not sure, did Joe Burrow not see that? That was, if I can see it, if me, Kyle Phelps, can see, oh, that guy's blitzing, pay attention to him, then, did Joe Burrow not see it? Irv Smith motions out to the left. Tyler Boyd gets another screen pass because whatever, and that picks up 3 yards because creativity is overrated, I guess. I don't know. At least they threw it to somebody else. Nothing against Jamar Chase, but it's not literally the same play if you throw it to a different player, right? I don't know. Now it's 3rd and 7. Suddenly it's 3rd and 7. Come on, guys. This is the problem with the offense. Like, they move and then they just stall. Come on, 3rd and 7. Do something. For the love of God, Joe. I really don't want to settle for a field goal. I really don't want to settle for a field goal. Are we taking a timeout? Man, that Ravens crowd must be going wild. Looks like they are. That Ravens crowd's going wild. They're trying to get him. They're trying to intimidate him. Fair enough. Made the Bengals waste the timeout. Okay, well. Come on, Joe. If you're going to waste the timeout, then at least put a good play on afterwards. At least do something with it. Don't leave it to Evan McPherson to kick the field goal. I'm sure he can get it, but it's not the point. It's not the point. You don't. Mark Andrews is going into the locker room. Like, he's done. I think he's done for the game. And he's being helped up the stairs and everything. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good for anybody. Best of luck to him. All right, Ravens are calling for a false start, but the refs don't give it to him. All right, so it's going to be a shotgun snap. Joe Burrow throws. Oh, knocked away. Knocked away. Joe Burrow had Jamar Chase, but it got knocked away. That was just a great play by the Ravens, frankly. That was just a great play by the Ravens. The Bengals looked like the intimidation kind of worked. Man. Yep. He throws, and that's just great recognition there by number 32. Just great recognition there by 32 to come back and knock that ball away. You know, I might not like the Ravens, but I can be honest when they do something that's good. Give credit where credit's due. Kick is up, and that's good, but that was close. Ooh, that was close. Okay, that was Marcus Williams, by the way, who knocked that ball that was intended for Jamar Chase away. All right, well, the Bengals are on the board at least. Really didn't want to settle for a field goal there, but Ravens are a first-half team, Bengals are a second-half team. We know this. We know that is a fact. We know that these things are facts. The Ravens are a first-half team, the Bengals are a second-half team. So, I mean, I guess just dust yourself off and, figure out this team over time. I guess. I don't know. Have I seen Dennis Allen's head coaching record? Well, I haven't. I can't imagine it's great because the Saints have not really had very much talent to work with. I know when he was in Oakland, he was like 8-8, wasn't he, or something like that? Jameis is an interception machine with the Bucs. Nothing changed. Well, that's the other thing. It's the quarterbacks. But we'll see. I have a poetry slam tomorrow. You have a poetry slam, Mikey? Damn. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Wasn't it someone named Kyle Phelps? Yes, it was, Mikey. Yes, it was. That was who said Tanner Hudson should be on the team. Man. Why nobody listened to me? I don't know. Marshawn Lattimore, Michael Thomas, and Derek Carr all hurt. Well, that you can't blame Pete Carmichael for that, man. Like, you can't. Marcus Williams, former Saint. Yeah, I wish he was still a Saint. I wish he was still a Saint because he's a pretty good player. I don't like him being on the Ravens. Do not like him being on the Ravens. No, I don't. No, sir. Nope. But you know what? I guess if we get Trey Hendrickson and they get Marcus Williams, then I guess that's a fair trade-off, For us. It sucks for you guys. Straight up. Like, I can't do anything about that. But, I get from my perspective, I guess, if we get Trey Hendrickson and they get Marcus Williams, I think that's still in our favor. I'll take Trey Hendrickson. That dude is special. And honestly, I probably was going to come on here and tell y'all I thought we were going to lose. It was going to be, I think, the first game all year that I predicted the Bengals to lose. And then I found out Trey Hendrickson was playing. And I'm like, all right, let's go. We're eating some rat bird tonight. And we're definitely eating very slowly right now. But We'll see. Had 8 wins coming into New Orleans. That's what I'm saying. It was like 8-8 with the Raiders, I believe. Ooh, they're putting that compression sleeve on Joe Burrow's leg. You don't like to see that. I think, from what I understand, it's just precautionary, so nothing to worry about. But you don't like to see it, though. Mikey, why do you want your team to fail? Maybe he wants a better draft pick. But the thing is, at this point, if your team fails, you don't get a good draft pick. Like, that's the thing. Like, you might as well shoot for the playoffs at this point. I agree with that comment, Jeff. Like, maybe if you were just, like, having a bad year or something like that. Oh, yeah, it looks like his leg got, Mark Andrews' leg got, like, kind of bent the wrong direction. Like, not severely, but enough that, got to take him out. All right, so Ravens are going to come out on offense. Can the defense do something? Please. Please, please, please. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line after the touchback. It's going to be a fake handoff. And, dude, holding! Are we not going to call the holding? Whatever. Lamar Jackson misses OBJ. And there was, dude, BJ Hill was getting mugged. Like this shit. Like, come on. Like, can we see? They're gonna show the pass again, and people are gonna, like, I don't know. Cam Taylor-Britt's probably gonna do something here, and they're gonna be like, pass interference. And I don't even know how you call pass interference there. I don't know. I'm sure see, he touched his arm, so people are gonna complain about pass interference, but nobody's gonna talk about the fact that BJ Hill was literally had like this being done to him in the middle of the play. Like, man, you can't do that. All right, it's going to be handoff. Nice! Ooh, Trey Hendrickson gets the Keaton Mitchell, a 4-yard loss. The second he touches the ball, Trey Hendrickson's on top of him. That's a good defensive play right there, man. Come on, let's go. Let's go, 3rd and 14. Let's get off the field here, defense. Come on. Don't give up. Don't give up a first down. Please don't. Please do not give up a first down. Trey Hendrickson just with the absolutely destructive play in the backfield there. God, I love him. They can have Marcus Williams. We get Trey Hendrickson. I'm cool with that. All right, 3rd and 14. Lamar Jackson is in shotgun formation, and did the Ravens take a timeout? What? There's a penalty on the Bengals. What? What the hell just happened? 3rd and 9. Apparently the Bengals had a 5-yard penalty. I don't know what the penalty was. What the fuck, guys? Okay, well, 3rd and 9. That's still favorable. Dude, are you kidding me? Come on, defense. Sloppy ass shit. That's what it is. Just fucking sloppy. Got Isaiah Likely out there now in place of Mark Andrews. All right, Lamar Jackson takes a shotgun snap. Trey Hendrickson! There you go! Brings down Lamar Jackson. Let's go! There you go. Have some pride. There you go. That's what you do. Trey Hendrickson was like, hyperextended knee. Nah, I'm playing. Have some pride. There you go. Bringing him down. God. The defense did something. Wow. God, I haven't seen that in like 2 weeks. All right, punt is away. There we go. Fire this team up, man. Chuck Sizzle takes the punt return, and he gets taken down about the 38-yard line. All right. Give me decent field position for the offense. Come on, let's go. Let's go get a touchdown, Joey B. We got Joe Shiesty and Chuck Sizzle. Got some damn good names on this Bengals team. That's all I got to say right there. Joey B and Chuck Sizzle. This Cincinnati Bengals team has been at a severe lack of good nicknames over the years, but Joe Shiesty, Joey Burr, Joe Burrow's just a walking nickname in and of himself. And then you got like Chuck Sizzle. You got, I don't know, do we really have any other great nicknames on this team? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We got 2. That's more than we used to have, which was 0. We had Chad Ochocinco. That was like the best we had. And then he actually changed his name to Ochocinco, so it wasn't a nickname anymore, you know? But like Chad Ochocinco is about the only one I can think of who really kind of had that type of personality until recently. That's all I can really think of. Like, is there any other Bengals fans watching? Can you think of any other like great nicknames in Bengals history? I mean, the Red Rifle for Andy Dalton was fine, but it never had anything really behind it because nobody was ever scared of Andy Dalton. You know, Tom Grossi, the first time he rated my channel, said that Andy Dalton was my father, right? Yeah. My father is also not a very intimidating man. So, yeah. Andy Dalton's exactly what you want out of a father. A guy who, a guy who's like a good guy to be around, you know? That's how you feel about Andy Dalton. He's a great guy. Love Andy Dalton. Nobody doesn't like Andy Dalton, I think. Like, the only people who don't like Andy Dalton, like, as a person, are, like, salty-ass Bengals fans who take shit way too seriously. Like, those are the only people who don't like Andy Dalton as a person. Everybody else likes Andy. Maybe Ravens fans don't because of the whole playoff thing, but, you know, for the most part, nobody doesn't like Andy Dalton as a person. Like, I can't think of anybody who legitimately doesn't like Andy Dalton as a person for a legitimate reason. Some people, like I said, take football way too seriously. I mean, I take football very emotionally seriously. You know, I come out here and make a fool of myself every fucking Sunday. But at the same time, like, yeah, I have fun with it. It's just a game at the end of the day. Speaking of which, Bengals, if you don't score a touchdown here, I will literally die. All right, it's going to be a toss to Joe Mixon, and he does not even get back to the line. What are you even doing, Bengals? Come on. Although, in fairness, that play worked the last time they tried it, so, well, guess it didn't work on that play. Second down. Second down. Come on. Trent Irwin's off the field. I didn't see who came in for him. All right. Shedrick Jackson looks like getting some playing time. So I think that might be the first time I've seen him take regular season snaps. I could be. It may have happened before, but I think that's the first time I've seen it. We didn't take another timeout, did we? Are you fucking kidding me? We took another timeout. It's the first quarter. It's the first quarter and we're down 2 timeouts already. Like, what are you going to do in the second quarter? You got to figure out a way to, like, you know, communicate it. Like, if the Ravens, like, stadium's being loud or whatever, if the Ravens stadium's being loud and they can't communicate or whatever, then fine. But you gotta figure some out. You gotta figure some way to communicate if it's not that, man. Like, you know, you're down 2 timeouts and it's already the first quarter. So, like, what happens in the second quarter if you can't communicate? You got to do something about this. I don't like that. All right. Shotgun formation for Joe Burrow. Takes a snap. Throws, and that's caught. I think he caught. Oh, he dropped it? Well, he caught it. I think he caught it. Now, they're saying he dropped it. I thought he caught it and then, like, dropped it at the end. But, like, I mean, he had, I don't know. Replay that. I mean, maybe he dropped it. I'm not saying he didn't drop it. I'm just saying I couldn't. I thought it was a catch, and then he's on the ground, and then he dropped it. But, let's see. Hold on. Catch. No, maybe he was juggling a little bit. Nope, yeah, okay, that's fair. He didn't catch that. Fair enough. Okay. All right, fine. Come on, offense. Come on. Defense just threw you a bone. Please. Joe Burrow, shotgun snap. And he's going to get sacked. Dude, this offensive line's been playing so good all year. Where the hell did it go over the last 2 games? Like, legitimately, where the hell did this offensive line go over the last 2 years? I know that's Jadeveon Clowney coming on the side there, but, I mean, come on. Dude, you just got worked by the Texans. Like, your offensive line just got worked by the Texans, and now it's getting worked by the Ravens. Ravens have a really good defensive line, to be fair. But, like, come on. Come on. Offensive line's been playing so good this year, and now we're doing this. Brad Robbins kicks it away down to the 30 where it's going to be fair caught. Man. Just terrible, man. I don't know what's up with the offensive line. Like, I really don't. Like, the offensive line's been pretty solid this year. And right now, like, Jonah Williams in particular is looking terrible. Man, we should have traded his ass. We should have traded his ass. You know, like, in theory, like, I hear that, like, they released La'el Collins, right? Like, they just straight up cut him. So maybe he was hurt, and he hasn't been signed by anybody, right? So, like, maybe he just legitimately, like, is too injured to play, like, you know, just hasn't really, like, recovered from his medical shit. And fair enough. So it's like, if you don't have Jonah Williams in there, you're probably playing Cody Ford, and then that's terrible. But my God. My actual fucking shit, dude. Man. Joe Burrow's not going to survive behind, you know, this shit. I mean, at least Trey Hendrickson showed up. So, I mean, hopefully, maybe that'll signal that they can handle the Ravens' offense going forward. I don't know. Hard to say because that first drive was terrible. But, man, the offense has got to do something better than this, man. Like, for all of the hype that this Bengals offense gets, we have way too many games where they just fall fucking asleep throughout, like, half the damn game, man. They really should be playing better than this. I don't... Man. Alright, well... Pick it up. Come on. Defense, it's your job again. Gotta get something done, defense. It'd be nice if the offense could at least hold on to the ball. Like, if you're gonna punt, at least, you know, pick up a couple first downs along the way. Give the defense a chance to rest. Because you're just playing with fire when you make the defense go out there this often. You know, people talking about, like, Brian Callahan's going to be getting in line to be a head coach at the end of the season. It's like, I don't know what Brian Callahan's done, frankly. Like, I mean, I also don't have any beef with Brian Callahan because I don't feel like he does anything. Like, I don't really understand what the appeal is in Brian Callahan. The Bengals offense is, you know, often not as good as they should be. And when they are as good as they should be, it's clearly not because of Brian Callahan. So I don't understand this Brian Callahan head coaching hype. All right, it's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards. And, ooh, there you go. Jordan Battle brings him down. Takes him a little bit, but, you know, only lets him get about 2 yards. So, look, Jordan Battle's on the field. What do you know? Good play happens. Wow, what a concept. Maybe they'll play him more. Probably not, but maybe. Instead of Nick Scott. Jordan Battle should have been in there this whole time. Like, honestly. There might have been a couple of games we would have won if you had Jordan Battle in there. I mean, that's kind of a wild thing to say, to be fair. That's a little extra, but... I mean, there's been some bad plays that Nick Scott's had out there, man. All right, Cam Sample gets some great pressure on Lamar Jackson, but he gets rid of the ball, and... Jordan Battle once again brings down Keaton Mitchell after pickup, so it's going to be third down now. But it's going to be like third down and 4, so you gotta really kind of buckle down on this next play. Mark Andrews has been officially ruled out, by the way, so Mark Andrews is not coming back in this game. Which, just purely from a strategic standpoint, that's an advantage for the Bengals because Mark Andrews constantly like murderizes them all the time, always. But at the same time, like, you know, I just hope the guy's okay. I don't want to, like, root for injuries or anything like that. Myles Murphy getting some good pressure there. Trey Hendrickson falls over. And then Logan Wilson's going to go get Lamar Jackson, and he just, like, tosses the ball out of bounds. What the fuck was that? Whatever. It's fourth down. Bengals, the defensive line is getting some good pressure. You love to see that. Oh, Lamar Jackson's shaking up. Oh, Lamar Jackson's shaking up. Oh, shit. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, yeah, Logan Wilson kind of landed on his leg funny. Not that he intended to, but he did. That ankle kind of... Ooh, that ankle kind of twisted weird. Ooh, that's not good, y'all. Oh, shit. Okay, so good news is Lamar Jackson is looking at his arm. So, what I thought I saw must not be the issue. Oh, shit. All right, well, I mean, he's going off the field anyway because it's 4th down. But, that's not good. If he's like hurt, that's bad. All right, Charlie Jones, Chuck Sizzle takes the punt return, and he gets around a few Ravens players, finds a bit of an opening, and doesn't quite break it, but that's a good run back, man. Down to the 27. Now there's a flag on the play. What the hell's the flag? It came after the play was over, so what the hell's the flag? Lamar Jackson going into the medical tent. All right. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the return on the kicking team. All right, I think unnecessary roughness on the Ravens. I didn't even see what happened, but you know what? That's the Bengals offense needs all the help it could get right now. Frankly, they're doing this like graphic about his like bunch of stuff going wrong with his leg. I thought he was looking at his wrist. Like, am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? But like anybody else who's watching the game, I thought they were looking at his wrist. Like, he was looking at his wrist. But maybe, I don't know, maybe he was fidgeting or something. I don't know. So the Bengals are going to get the ball at the 42-yard line, which is nice. Now, can the offense actually do something with it? I don't know. We'll see. Come on, Joe. All right, shotgun snap for Joe Burrow. He's going to throw. There you go. Tyler Boyd gets a first down. There you go. Look at me getting cynical. I thought the days of cynicism... Oh, wait, no. He dropped it? Fuck. Look at me getting cynical because... He dropped it. 2nd and 10. What the fuck is up with our offense, dude? What the literal fuck is up with our offense? 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. And it's going to be a handoff. Oh, nice! Hey, the handoff works! Joe Mixon picks up a first down. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Let's talk about the roller coaster of being a Bengals fan. All right. I was over here getting mad. Oh, yeah, they're just running it with Joe Mixon on 2nd and 10. What a joke. Oh, my God. He got a first down. Wow. See, this is why I'm not an NFL head coach. Yeah, stuff like that. That right there is why I'm a fan. And y'all come to make me... But my contribution, what y'all come to watch is me making a fool out of myself, right? Like, I'm not here to, like, actually win a football game. All right. Oh, that's going to be a toss to Jamar Chase, who's got a bit of an edge. And he picks up a first down. Let's go! That was also a bit of a rough way to take him down, too. But I guess they're not going to call anything on it. I'm not saying... there was any malicious intent there. I'm just saying he kind of like slammed him down on his head, but I don't know. Maybe it was unintentional. Then again, if it was unintentional, that might not matter the way they call these penalties sometimes. I don't think looking like, in retrospect, and they're not going to show it or anything, but in retrospect, I think it was probably pretty unintentional, but still doesn't change whether they're going to throw the flag. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, and he just gets eaten alive. Ted Karras just got destroyed on that one. It wasn't even Jonah Williams that time. That was Ted Karras just getting eaten alive. See, that's the thing, man. Like, what are you even supposed to do? Ted Karras and Cordell Volson. That one, I'm a little less surprised to see Cordell Volson getting eaten alive like that. Now it's 2nd and 17. Man, we were in field goal range, too. We were in field goal range. Now it's 2nd and 17. All right, shotgun snap. Joe Burrow throws it deep, and it's just too far for Jamar Chase. He could have had him. He could have had Jamar Chase there with a better throw, but it was just a bad throw. Joe Burrow, it was too far. Not sure what the hell that was. All right, now it's 3rd and 17, and all you're really trying to, realistically, all you're trying to do at this point is just make it an easier field goal. Like, I mean, can you pick up 17 yards? Sure you can. But, like, I think what you're planning for here is to pick up enough to get you in field goal range. Because 17 yards is a lot to come up with when the offense is fucking playing like this. Good God. What kind of trash offense is this, man? Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He's looking around, throws it short to Drew Sample, just like I said, and he picks up maybe just enough for the first down. Or not the first down, the field goal attempt. It's definitely going to be enough for a field goal attempt, but I usually say about the 35 is what you look for, and probably not going to, I'm not sure if he got it to the 35 quite or not. Lamar Jackson is running around on the sideline trying to warm up, so maybe he's going to come back in the game? Maybe, hopefully. Hopefully for his sake. Probably. I'd imagine, like, just the look you can see on his face, he's probably coming back in the game, I would think. Okay. All right, well, we are at another commercial break. Is that the end of the half? Or not the end of the half, the end of the quarter? I wasn't even paying attention to the game clock. I was paying attention to Lamar Jackson. Let's see. That is the end of the first. Okay, so let me go ahead and update this quarter then. Look at me being on top of it. See if that lasts the whole game, but right now I'm on top of it. I've gotten all the scores. I got the first quarter change. We here. Hey, look! My YouTube loaded all of these comments out of nowhere. Of course it did. Alright, well, Mikey said, so they get fired. I want them to win, but what's the point? Well, you make the playoffs, Mikey. Like, that's a good thing. What do you mean, what's the point? If you make the playoffs, that's good. Like, they're not going to get fired, I don't think. I really don't think they're going to. Like, I don't think Dennis Allen's going to get fired for sure. Pete Carmichael, I don't think so, but we'll see. The end of an era, billionaires voted to let a cheapskate owner move into a shiny new palace on the taxpayers' dime in the desert. If this sticks, Oakland will have lost all 4 of their major teams. Yeah, well, I mean, in fairness, at this point, not that it doesn't suck for the people of Oakland, but at this point, it just kind of seems like Oakland just isn't really the place to have a sports team. Because, like, if all of them are, if, like, one of them moves, if 2 of them move, then you're like, you know, if 2 of the 4 teams move out of Oakland, then you're like, you know, you can call that greed or whatever. If all 4 teams move out of Oakland, then maybe you start looking at the city, honestly. You know, I mean, again, it sucks for the fans. I hate it for the fans, but maybe we look at the city this time. Now, I'm not going to gloss over. I'm not trying to gloss over your comment, Richard. They literally just loaded for me. They literally just loaded for me. So that's what that is. And as far as the last comment you made after that, I definitely gave like this one. That was the last one that you sent after that, and I definitely gave that plenty of. Definitely talked about that earlier. All right. Don't give a damn about draft picks. Well, then why are you rooting for them to lose, Mikey? Doesn't make any sense. Miss Trey. I like Trey. Trey's a good player. If I get drafted by the Falcons, I'll pull a John Elway. That's fair. It's fair. I've always said if I got like drafted by the Steelers, I'd play my ass off for them for like 4 years and then go get like a huge contract and then leave, you know, and then just talk shit about Pittsburgh forever after that. So it's going to be 4th and 11. I'm sure this is going to be a long field goal attempt. Red Rifle, yeah, Red Rifle was fine, but Andy Dalton was just never scary. So it's just like, that was the thing. Forgot you were live, bro. You weren't kidding. You were telling me Hendrickson was the key to this game. Dude, that was what changed it for me. All right, hold up. Evan McPherson kick is up, and that's going to be good, I think. No, he missed it! Are you fucking kidding me, Evan McPherson? Dude, he's starting to get a little unreliable. I'm starting to get a little tired of, part of the reason we drafted him and got really excited about him is because he was, like, more or less automatic on these long kicks. I'm starting to get a little tired of this shit, man. Like, you can't rely on him on those long kicks anymore. You just can't. Well, offense can't get a touchdown, and if we can't get field goals, then I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Maybe the defense can score a touchdown. Adam Schefter, Ravens now have ruled Mark Andrews out for the game. Yes, they did. I'm way behind in the comments. I recognize that, so sorry about that. Left foot got slammed. That bad boy might be broke. We'll see. Florida State retired Jameis Winston's number. Yeah, because he was great in college. Our defense is back. Well, they're up and down, but they definitely look really good on that last drive. Aaron Chuckles says, "Hooday, let's go." Mikey says, "Make the playoffs and get bounced." Yeah, but you made the playoffs. That's good. Like, you're not going to win the Super Bowl every year. It's just not going to happen. You got to take progress, otherwise you're going to be miserable every year that you don't win the Super Bowl, which, spoiler alert, it's going to be most of those years. Lamar Jackson's going to hand the ball off, and defense, there you go. There you go. Keaton Mitchell does nothing with that. Keaton Mitchell does absolutely nothing with that. Noticed getting a lot of Cam Sample right now, so I don't know if they just don't like Myles Murphy or what's up. I'll tell you one thing. Logan Wilson was involved on both of the tackles that hurt the Ravens star players. So Lamar Jackson's back in there, to be clear. But all right, good pressure and nice pass breakup there by Dax Hill. There you go. It's gonna be 3rd and 9. There you go. The defense is waking up. There's a flag. That was a late flag too. They're not going to call pass interference, are they? I was worried that they might, but that was a really late flag though. Like, you can't throw a flag that late. Yep, they're calling pass interference. Yep, I had a feeling. That's such a late flag though, man. Have some damn confidence. I was a little worried they might call pass interference on that one though. Yeah, he was kind of grabbing onto him. Let's see. Yeah, well, no, I don't know. Yes and no. He did kind of grab with the arm. He did kind of grab with the arm. You know, that was a really weak pass interference, but he did technically grab with the arm, so that's the right call. Don't do that, Dax Hill. All right, shotgun snap for Lamar Jackson, and not great pass pressure there. Nice play by Cam Taylor-Britt to knock that ball away, though. Cleanly, too, no pass interference. That was a bomb by Lamar Jackson, and it was actually kind of on target, but maybe a little underthrown, and Cam Taylor-Britt knocks it away. Looking for Rashad Bateman on the play. And yeah, Cam Taylor-Britt just extends that arm out and knocks it down. Like I said, maybe a little bit of a too short of a pass by Lamar Jackson. Just a little underthrown. But, I mean, not too badly underthrown. That was okay. But you can't do that against a really talented guy like Cam Taylor-Britt. That's the main thing. You do that against, like, you know, anybody else. All right, Lamar Jackson's going to try to, great pressure by the Bengals offensive line. Lamar Jackson takes it and runs with it. Picks up about a yard. But that's still a good overall play by the Bengals defensive line. They made him bail. All right, so it's going to be 3rd and 9, or knowing my luck, it's going to be 3rd and 8. So the defense is on point right now. Mike Hilton, finally the one who brings him down. Jordan Battle was the one who flushed him out of the pocket, but just couldn't quite make that tackle. It is going to be 3rd and 8. Okay. So, all right. Come on, defense. Stop him here. Stop him here, because after this point, you're starting to knock on Justin Tucker's field goal range. Shotgun snap for Lamar Jackson. Great pressure. Great pressure. And Lamar Jackson's just going to have to throw it away. And I think even for Justin Tucker, that's probably too long of a field goal. You're probably punting it. Now, granted, you're probably punting it and giving the Bengals terrible field position, which they're going to do nothing with. But, you know, hey, defense stopped them. That's what matters right now. Defense got to stop. And defense got their shit together. Now, granted, Mark Andrews going out probably is contributing to that significantly. But, yeah, Lamar Jackson's probably got to be a huge part of that, I would imagine. Punt is away, and that's going to be caught. Okay. So that ends up being, a decent-ish punt. Bengals aren't going to be backed up in their own end zone, which I think is important. Okay, so, hey, I just want to point out, it's not just me. It's legitimately whatever app is being used here. So I'm just going to, say, we've had a few comments come through since I ran through them last, and I don't know what's up with that and why I keep missing out on a lot of these comments. But, Aaron said, what up? So what up, Aaron? Mikey says who dat. You can't say who dat if you're rooting against your team, bro. You just can't. That's weak sauce. Hey, here's this shit. Here we go. Aaron says what up, what up, what up. And I'll get to these comments here in a second. It's going to be 1st and 10, shotgun snap. Joe Burrow hands it off to Joe Mixon. Nice little hole up the middle. Gets about 5, maybe 6 yards. So, hey, the running game's working. Let's keep doing that. If we make the playoffs but we're not contending, what's the purpose? We were 7-3, we're 5-5. Well, because you're not getting a top draft pick. So, like, what's the purpose of losing? Frankly. Make the playoffs and, like I was saying to the Bengals earlier, have some damn pride, you know? Like, you're not going to win the Super Bowl every year, so, I mean, you got to root for something. Jameis Winston not leading you to a Super Bowl, neither is Derek Carr. It's probably true. It's probably true, but it doesn't mean that, like, you're stuck with them forever. Joe Burrow fakes the shotgun snap to Joe Mixon. It's great protection, but he just can't do anything with it. Eventually tries to throw to Irv Smith Jr. and misfires, and it's just nothing there. So it's going to be 3rd and 4, and I don't know what the hell that whole sequence of events was. Purpose is to fire coaches. But, Mikey, if you're just firing coaches and, do you want to be the Browns? Because that's how you become the Browns. You just fire coaches over and over. And you never compete with anything. You just get excited because coaches got fired. Is that what you want to be known for? You want to be known as the team that fires coaches all the time? Like, that's not, I don't like that. The most passionate young Saints fan. No, you're not. Not if you're rooting for your team to lose. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap on 3rd and 4. He has good protection there. Throws. Tanner Hudson caught first down. Down to the 45. Throw it to Tanner Hudson every fucking play. Because he's the only one who's doing anything. Tanner Hudson. Not rooting against my team, it's lost hope. Then you're not the most passionate young Saint. You can't say those two things do not make sense together, Mikey. I'm sorry. I'm not here to try to shit on you or anything. I'm telling you like it is. You cannot say I'm the most passionate young Saints fan and then saying it's lost hope. You can't say those two things. That's just not that does not work. Factory of sadness. Yep, yes they are. You don't want to be the Browns. You just don't. Joe Mixon's going to get another handoff, and that's going to be maybe 4, 3.5, 4, something like that. But look, Mikey, I'm not trying to crawl down your throat. I'm not trying to talk shit. But I'm telling you, you do not want to. Just ask Thomas. You don't want to be the Browns. And if you start getting to that mentality, then you become the Browns. And you don't want to be the Browns. I can promise you, and I know, because the Bengals used to be as bad as the Browns are now. It was a terrible time to be alive. You don't want that. I would rather have the Andy Dalton team where we lost in the first round of the playoffs every year. I'd rather have that for the rest of my life than ever go back to the 90s. That's how I feel. All right, Joe Burrow, shotgun snap, fakes the handoff to Joe Mixon. He's going to throw. It's caught by Drew Sample getting involved. I just want to point out, Joe came in here, said Bengals score a touchdown on the next drive. So maybe Joe's a prophet. That would be nice. That would be nice. The offense is doing something right now, man. Maybe they can keep it going. Maybe they can keep it going. Now, we're using a lot of Drew Sample, which is not what I expected. Didn't have that one on the bingo card. But you know what? Driving is driving. Driving is driving. And that's all we want to see. We just want to see we want to see yards. We want to see touchdowns. We want to see if it's to Drew Sample, then it's to Drew Sample. That's fine. I don't care. It's going to be a handoff to Joe Mixon, and he's going to pick up about 7, maybe 8. Probably 7. Probably 7. But yeah, running game working quite well. Which is odd because Joe Mixon keeps running to the left behind Cordell Volson, who's been having a terrible day in pass coverage today. But okay, so I see Alex Kappa actually pulled to make that block on the left. So that was actually Alex Kappa, not Cordell Volson. Okay, so that makes more sense. Not to shit on Cordell Volson, but like I don't know if he's it, man. I think he might be the next thing that needs to be upgraded. Because you're never done fixing the offensive line. You're just never done. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. He's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, but there's a flag, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be a false start. Damn it. Delay of game? What do you mean delay of game? How are we out here getting delay of games in the second quarter? Good God, Bengals. Get your head out of your ass. It's just jammed right up there in your butthole, man. Pull it out. Like, what are you doing? Now it's 2nd and 9. I guess if you're ever gonna like have a false start, might as well be on second down. Don't do that shit on third and short ever. All right, come on. Backed up 5 yards. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap, throws Tyler Boyd. It's another screen, and he picks up a nice little chunk there. It's going to be third down and probably about 3, maybe 4. Hire Ken Dorsey. Dude, he just got fired by the Bills. Do you see why I'm saying that this is just like a pointless cycle? If you get in the habit of getting excited about firing coaches, then you start talking about, let's bring in this other guy who just got fired. Bills fans have been like, yeah, we got rid of Ken Dorsey, he's gone. But like, and now you're like, let's hire Ken Dorsey. Like do you see how like weird that this can get if you just go down that rabbit hole? Who the fuck is Tanner Hudson? The guy who I said should be on the 53, Aaron. That's who the fuck Tanner Hudson is. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. He's going to roll back. He throws down the middle. That's caught. There you go. Tyler Boyd catching a football. These are rare times indeed, my friend, where Tyler Boyd has hands. Even weirder times where I'm criticizing Tyler Boyd for not having hands because his hands used to be so reliable. But just the last 2 weeks, they've been terrible. All right. Well, Joe Burrow's starting to cook. That's good to see. Boom! Joe says boom. Boom. That's Joe Burrell, by the way, not Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow about to go boom here, though. And now he just throws it short to Joe Mixon. But Joe Mixon has a nice little lane there, and he goes boom. And picks up a first down, plows his way right through number 32, I guess. That's Marcus Williams, right? I said that earlier. Plows his way right through Marcus Williams. So Joe Mixon. So Joe did go boom. It wasn't the Joe I thought it would be Joe Burrow, but it turns out Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon went boom! Boom! Tanner Hudson works at the Abercrombie store. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a generic country singer name, kind of, when you think about it. Look, it was a bad choice of words. I want to win. Okay, Mikey. But you were defending it. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah. Look, I have literally rooted for the Bengals to lose one time in my entire life, and that was the Miami Dolphins game where it was like, if we lose, then we get the number one overall pick, and therefore Joe Burrow, and then if we win, then bad things. All right, Joe Mixon's going to take the ball, and I guess he didn't get a first down, but he does get a first down on that play. It was 2nd and inches, so now it's going to be first down, and they're knocking on the door, so they better get a touchdown here. But yeah, Mikey, like, I will admit I rooted for the Bengals to lose in that game against the Dolphins in 19 because I could smell Joe Burrow on the other end of it, right? But, like, other than that, though, I hate it when fans root for tanking because, like, it's just as valuable to give your guys some, like, hope that they can do something as it is to, like, get a good draft pick. Because you don't even know if the draft pick's going to work out. Is that another false start? Joe Burrow's pissed, too. That's another false start. Who's on this time? Gilliam. Oh, Nate Gilliam. I forgot he wasn't even on the team. Why is Nate Gilliam in there? Was he like the 6th player or something like that? Did they bring in like an extra guy or something? I don't know. I don't see him on the field now. For what that's worth. That's the 3rd time delay of game or a timeout has needed to be used. Yeah, it's weird. This is a weird game, Joe. This is a weird game. They still got the ball at the 8. It's 1st and goal. Joe Burrow takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw. Caught! Joe Mixon down to the 4-yard line. There you go. There you go. Now, I will say on that play, there was a little bit of holding going on the Bengals, and Joe Burrow got a little bit lucky that didn't get called holding. But I was belly aching earlier about them not calling holding on DJ Reed or on somebody on BJ Hill. So the way I see it, that evens out. That evens out. So better punch it in. That's all I'm saying. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. He's going to throw it short to Joe Mixon, who's got it, and he's in for the touchdown. Let's go. Bengals take the lead. Put it up, baby. And that's my job, as I remember. There you go. Bengals take the lead. And the defense is playing well now, too. So, who they think going to beat them Bengals? Only themselves. But, hey, they're winning right now. Mikey, are you okay? I think Mikey's just getting frustrated. I think Mikey's just getting frustrated. Dude, Mikey, just to be clear, I'm genuinely not trying to give you shit, just so you know. Like, I hope you're not getting, like, super legitimately mad. All right, extra point is up, and that's good. You know, just for what it's worth, it could be 13-7 right now if Evan McPherson had not missed that kick. Could be 13-7 right now. Not that much of a difference from 10-7, but, you know, something. Ooh, Joe Burrow hurt his hand. Joe Burrow's hand is hurt. That's not good. Hi, Square Table and Jeff. Find videos of NFL and Nintendo related in my channel. Yes, you do a lot more stuff than that too, Jim. Right? Like I've definitely checked out your channel a couple of times, and I mean you do a wide variety of stuff. Like I saw like some pop culture stuff in there too. You know, Jim's channel is an interesting one, guys. Definitely anybody go give Jim a check out. I like Jim's channel. We have our own brotherly shove. It's called the Taysom Hill package. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you know what? Nah, I won't say that. Taysom Hill confuses me. That's what I will say. Taysom Hill really confuses me because, like, I can't tell if he's good or not. Because, like, when Taysom Hill's off, he's off. But, I mean, you know, if you got the right game plan for Taysom Hill, then he can do some damage. Taysom Hill's weird. Tanking is stupid. Yes, tanking is so... I hate people who root for tanking, like, consistently. Bengals fans, in particular, piss me off with that shit. Like, you know, obviously they don't do it a whole lot these days. Although as I say that, there are a lot of Bengals fans over the last few years when the Bengals have gotten out to these, like, you know, slow, but also not, like, back-breaking starts. Obviously, to the point that we've made the Super Bowl and AFC Championship in both the past 2 years. So the Bengals get out to these, questionable starts, and Bengals fans are like, season's over, better go tank for a draft pick. And it's like, I've seen people talking about trading Joe Burrow, and I'm just, some of these people, man, I'm just like, golly. Like, if it was possible to take a reasonable perspective to tanking, then maybe... But that's only if, like, the season's just completely clearly over, and you've got a generational prospect on the other side of that. Because, like here's the thing. I think Joe Burrow made a bigger difference to the Cincinnati Bengals team than winning a couple games at the end of December would have done for, the Bengals' confidence heading into 2020. Because, frankly, the Bengals weren't very good in 2020 either. Like, I mean, even with Joe Burrow, you know? And Joe Burrow looked, I mean, he didn't look amazing, but he looked pretty okay, I would say. Like Joe Burrow's rookie season was not the greatest rookie season of all time, but it wasn't too bad. Ah, I see. Joe Burrow's pinky finger bent in a little bit. That's not good. All right, well, that's going to be a touchback, and the Bengals have the lead. Now, can we hold the fuck on to the lead? As I've been saying all year, the Bengals are a second-half team, and the Ravens, we know, are a first-half team. We know the Ravens are a first-half team. So, if the Bengals defense can hold here, and they can go into the half with a lead, then you feel pretty good about their chances. You really do. I called this if you scroll back. You did, and I shouted you out too, Joe. I shouted you out. Let me go find that one again. Bengals score a touchdown here. All right, Zay Flowers is going to get the end around carry, and that wasn't good defense, so that's going to be about a 7-yard pickup. But yes, Joe, you called it. You did call it. Now let's play some defense. Let us play some defense. You're a better OC than Pete Carmichael? Well, look, I get it. But look, Pete Carmichael might not be a great OC by any means. But I can promise you the Bengals have had some guys who are worse than Pete Carmichael. Bob Bratkowski's one that comes to mind. I literally got a shirt that said Fire Bratkowski when I was a kid. Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap. He's going to throw it to Zay Flowers, who's got the screen, and oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? And he's going to go down for a touchdown. There is a flag on the play, though. My guess is it's on the Ravens for some sort of holding, but come on, people. Lamar Jackson's pissed, too, so it's probably on the Ravens. It's probably coming back. And the Ravens players are also mad, too, so this is clearly on the Ravens. All right, well, hopefully that'll nip that one in the bud. Holding. There you go. Holding on the offense. Back them up. Come on, defense. You can't let that happen again, though. You cannot let that happen again. All right, we're going to replay second down, but defense is going to get a free 10 yards out of that one. So, take it. Hey, it was OBJ. It was OBJ on the hold. Hold on Cheeto Awuzie there. Yep. And yes, he was. Yes, he was holding. Hard to say. He might have grabbed that. He might have grabbed that jersey. But that's so. These refs are confusing. It's like at times they're just kind of letting them play and not calling stuff, which fair. But at other times they're like calling really soft shit. So like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Hard to really say. It's going to be a timeout. I'm guessing for the Ravens. Oh no! Don't tell me Joe Burrow's going to the locker room. Fuck. Now, okay. First, to be clear, we have 5 minutes left in the game. All right, in the game. We have 5 minutes left in the quarter, so maybe they're just like taking him into the locker room early, and they're just hoping the defense can get a stop. Oh no! Joe Burrow's going in the locker room. I don't even know how to possibly justify this in a way that seems okay. Fuck. Damn it. Oh, yeah, he messed up that pinky. He tried to throw the ball, and he just couldn't do it. Shit. Please, man, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. God damn it. Fuck. At least it's his hand and not his leg. You know, at least it's something that he can probably recover from fairly quickly. Maybe they can go bandage it up and he can be okay. I don't fucking know. Joe dude it. Yeah, he did something to his fucking hand too, man. Jake Browning's warming up. God. Hope the Saints draft Jaden Daniels. I don't know too much about prospects right now, man. If you decide to trade Joe Burrow, we'll take him. Can't have him, Mikey. I hope we can, though. God damn it. Well, I could use a beer. I don't know if I have any. I think I'm out. No, I did. I picked some up, didn't I? Where the hell did they go? I did pick up some beer. I don't know where it went. I think I drank it. I don't remember drinking it. Did I not put it in the fridge or something? I don't know. I must have drank it. I must have drank it. Like, I don't know. Whatever. I could really use something strong right now, though. I just hope to God that Joe Burrow comes out in the second half and like his hands in a glove or something, and he's just tough. It's something where he's just tough. I don't even know how to. Look, here's the thing. If it's his hand, then he's probably, you know, if he like broke a finger or something, then he's probably out for a couple weeks. If they can survive, it'll be okay. He'll come back, it'll be fine. But you really need him right now, man. Like, if you want to stay competitive with the Ravens, like, no disrespect to Jake Browning, but I just don't believe that he can get it done. Didn't see damn near shit out of him in the preseason. This is why you sign A.J. McCarron to the practice squad, because you don't want to rely on Jake Browning. Man. Dude, that's scary. That's really scary. I don't know what's going on with Joe Burrow, but that's really scary. Fuck. My chat's not loading again, so I don't know if y'all have said anything yet. It looks like there's been a lot of shit. I have Zayo on my bench in fantasy. Okay, Joe. Okay, Joe. They are disheveled now. Ravens might turn the ball over on this drive. I hope you're right about that. All right, well, 2nd and 9. Come on, defense, we really need you now. We really need you now. Come on. All right, Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap, throws, caught. About a 4-yard pickup there. Cool. Cheeto Awuzie gets the tackle. About a 4-yard pickup. Okay, come on. Come on. Got to get back in this game, man. I got to mentally get back in this game because just like they got a job to do, I got a job to do. Oh, man, I cannot believe Joe Burrow just went in the locker room. All right, shotgun snap. Lamar Jackson, 3rd and 5. Trey Hendrickson gets good pressure, but Lamar Jackson gets it to OBJ. And he's just running all day. Jordan Battle eventually tackles him for like a 30-yard fucking pickup. It's hard being a Bengals fan, man. It's really hard being a Bengals fan. Cam Taylor-Britt just got roasted on that one, too. He was nowhere near his man. OBJ just running free in the middle of the field. Man. From the 41, Lamar Jackson fakes the handoff, and there's just no... he can just literally stand there in the middle of the pocket. Eventually, pressure happens, and they get to him, and they do sack him. That was a coverage sack, because I guess he had nowhere to throw the ball. Mike Hilton eventually sacks him. If that tells you how long Lamar Jackson had to try to do something, he just waits in the pocket forever. Well, hey, that was a good play. There you go. Come on, let's build on it, defense. Hopefully Joe Burrow comes back after the half and he's, okay. That's all I can hope for right now. OBJ was pretty open until I think Lamar Jackson just took too long to see him because by the time he got down the field, Dax Hill was there. All right, so that's going to be a short pickup for Keaton Mitchell, I think. Oh, no, Justice Hill. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and... Oh, yeah, that pinky looks gnarly, man. Yeah, that. He might have broke that pinky. I think Joe Burrow might have broke that pinky. That's gnarly looking pinky, dude. That's not good. They're saying he's questionable with the right wrist. I'm pretty sure his pinky looked like it was falling off. Like, what are we talking about, a wrist? Lamar Jackson throws and... Oh! Are you fucking kidding me? It's tipped by Jermaine Pratt into the hands of number 15. He dives for a touchdown. There's a flag on the play. Please, for the love of God, let this be something on the Ravens. Please, 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 please let this be on the Ravens. Although it doesn't look like the Ravens are reacting too poorly to this one, though, so... Jermaine Pratt got a hand on it, too. Tipped it right to the guy. Illegal hands to the face on the Bengals. And it's going to be a touchdown for Nelson Agholor. $2:20 left to go. Now I really need a beer. Cheeto Awuzie just getting destroyed on that play. God damn it. Kick is up and it's good. Wow. It's good. 14-10. And Joe Burrow's out. Great. Great! Great! That's just... Jermaine Pratt fucking tipped that. Jermaine Pratt tipped it right to Nelson Agholor. And honestly, if he didn't, that might have been a bad throw that would have gone to nobody. Honestly. No, it might have gone to Isaiah Likely. Tipped it right to Nelson Agholor, man, and that's a touchdown. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I know you can't have... No, please don't drink beer, Mikey. Don't do that. You're too young. Oh, my fucking God. Zay's on the bench in fantasy. We were talking about that one earlier. It only took 15 minutes for the comment to show up. I'm glad YouTube's fucking chat is just useless. Disheveled right now. Ravens might turn the ball over on this drive. Well, guess what, Joe? They didn't. Reading Singers by Mikey Newby tomorrow. Dude, that's really cool, Mikey. Slam poetry, that's pretty damn cool. Depressed because my uncle passed away on Tuesday. I'm sorry about that, Jim. Rest in peace to your uncle. They are saying he can't grip the ball. Imagine he's done for the game. I don't need to hear that right now, Joe. My condolences. Yep, sorry about that, Jim. Glad that my brother and I visited him in May. Well, it's always good when you get a chance to see him one last time. But I'm sorry. I'm still sorry that happened. There's a way to lose a game. We will take it. Officially a right wrist injury for Joe Burrow. He's questionable. Well, I imagine, yep, it's Jake Browning for this drive. It's going to be Jake Browning. We're both in the injured quarterback club. That's cool, man. If we lose, the season's practically over. No. Depends on Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow's out, our season's over. But no, if we lose, our season isn't over. We're just the division's over if we lose this game. Jake Browning scrambles out, throws. Nice! There you go, Trent Irwin. Jake Browning out here making shit happen. Hey, maybe Jake Browning will do something, y'all. Maybe it just took me talking shit about him. I don't know. Still time to get a touchdown before that half. Yeah, but Joe Burrow's hurt, Joe. Guys, get the ball back in the second half. Yeah, but Joe Burrow's hurt, Joe. The tip pass was damn near an INT. I know, man. That's I think what Jermaine Pratt was going for too, and it ended up being a touchdown. Can they pop Burrow's finger back into place? Well, allegedly it's a wrist injury, Aaron. I don't know. It looked like his pinky to me, but maybe it's a wrist. I don't fucking know. Can they pop Burrow's finger back into place though? Again, I thought it looked broken to me. Steelers next week. We can probably beat the Steelers with Jake Browning, but if we lose to the Ravens, then we still need to beat the Steelers because it'll be, positioning for a wild card spot. But man, hashtag believe in Browning. Hey, that was a good throw he had there. You never know. You never know, Joe. Glad we kept Jameis Winston. Yep. Going to the Steelers game on Sunday, should I bring a Promote Matt Canada sign, or is that too much? Well, you better hope the Bengals win if you do that then. MJF88. By the way, I don't believe I've seen you in the channel before, so welcome to the channel, buddy. Welcome to the channel. Sorry this had to be if this is your first time, if you've been in here before, I'm sorry, but if this is your first time though, I'm sorry that this had to be your introduction because this is just depressing. Can't believe it. Hey, look, somebody called me, my wife. Like an hour and a half ago. Hope our practice squad getting reps. Yep. Well, you know what? I don't know why we got Jake Browning in there, not AJ McCarron, man. I mean, maybe, I don't know, to be fair, maybe AJ McCarron wasn't ready. He might not have been ready. He was tearing up the XFL, but then he didn't play for a while, so maybe he just wasn't ready. Maybe then that might be why. I don't know, but I mean, at this point, I think he'd be warmed up. I don't know. But hey, you know what? If Jake Browning wins this game, then I guess fuck AJ McCarron, right? Yep. Not exactly a very positive feeling in the group chat either. Good God. Browning to Irwin. That is kind of crazy. That's our practice squad out there getting reps. I love Trenton Irwin, but that is funny. Dude, holy shit. Andrew Whitworth. Skinny Andrew Whitworth is hard for me to handle. Like, why is Andrew Whitworth skinny? This is weird and uncomfortable. All right, Jake Browning in the shotgun formation. He's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, who's got, okay. Looked like he had a hole, and then it closed. And so he got about 2 yards. It's not nothing. There's a flag on the play, though. What's the flag? What is the flag? Probably holding. Oh, hey, illegal hands to the face on the defense. So they called it on the Ravens too. Cool. All right, well, that'll be good for the Bengals. Well, Jake Browning. Maybe Jake Browning gets it done, man. Yeah, oh yeah. Odafe Owe, or what? I forget what they... I forget, it is Odafe Owe, right? Odafe Owe, his hands were right in Jonah Williams' face, so can't do that. Jake Browning, shotgun snap. Looking around, and he throws it. It's a terrible throw. What the fuck kind of throw was that? He was under some pressure, but like, Jesus, dude. And that's why, that kind of throw right there, that's why I'm like panicking because Joe Burrow's out. That was an awful, awful throw. I mean, at least it wasn't like a dangerous throw, but it was nowhere near Jamar Chase. They got Joe Mixon out there trying to pass block, and that didn't work at all. All right, 2nd and 10. Come on, Bengals. Do something. Going to be a short dump off to Jamar Chase. Oh, Joe Mixon. Not Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon. And he actually corrals in another really bad pass by Jake Browning. But he corrals it in, makes a man miss, and gets 9 yards on the play. So, hey, offense is moving. What do you know? Be a little depressing, though, if the offense ends up moving better without Joe Burrow. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I guess, Bengals doing well is good no matter what, but makes you wonder about what's going on with Joe Burrow if the offense does better without him. 3rd and 3. Come on, offense. Come on, Jake. All right, shotgun snap. Jake Browning looking around. Plenty of protection. Throws, caught Trent Irwin, first down. Dude, they're moving the ball. Jake Browning. Who would have thought? Jake Browning's out here getting it done. Let's go. Jake Browning. All right, Jake. All right, come on. You got my attention, Jake. You got my attention. You also got my attention in a not so good way. Some of these passes are really bad, but that one was a strike. That one was a perfectly thrown ball to Trenton Irwin. That was beautiful. That was a Joe Burrow throw right there. Like, that was a beautiful, beautiful strike to Trenton Irwin. Exactly where it needed to be and everything. Good God. All right. Jake Browning, man. All right, come on. Come on. If he can actually throw the ball well. Now, what are they reviewing? Oh, God. Come on. What are they reviewing? What are we reviewing? He caught the fucking ball. Like, he definitely caught the fucking ball. What are we reviewing? See if I can go back. Let's see. Okay, so is this the play? Yeah, he caught that ball. What are we reviewing? Caught? There may be... I don't know. I see what they're saying now. He brings it into his chest, and he... I see what they're saying. I see why they're reviewing it. God damn it. I don't know. That was close, though. It might be hard to overturn it. That one's close. I see what they're going for, though. I see what they're going for, though. Hey, look, some more comments that I'm, like, way late on. Kyle picked the wrong week to quit vaping. I've never been a vapor. Vaping. What a thing. Good offense says work regardless of the QB. Well, it's just not a good offense, though. That's the thing. Our offense has been like... Our offense is explosive. They can do stuff, but they haven't been consistently great this year. Winston sucks. He was an INT for the Bucs and still is. Yeah, but he's better than some alternatives, though. It's my first time here. I thought so. I didn't think I'd seen you before, MJF. Well, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy it, and feel free to subscribe. I put out a bunch of content. Right now, I'm not putting out a ton of content because I'm in school, and it's a little tough with the scheduling and everything like that. But I'm at least trying to get into shorts and stuff, so. All right, after review... I can't make out what he's... Oh, they're saying it's an incomplete catch. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, he does kind of steady it with the ground. He does kind of steady it with the ground. You're going to start vlogging more? Do it, Mikey. I hope you do. Decided to vlog every Saints game when I'm live. Do it. I had the same idea a few years ago, and I just couldn't actually make it work. Twitter is talking about how Joe Burrow apparently had a wrist brace on and wasn't on the injury report. Now, it wasn't a wrist brace. It was... Bengals Twitter freaked out about seeing something on his wrist. It wasn't a wrist brace. It was something else. It's a coincidence. That whole thing's a coincidence. 4th and 3, and the offense is on the field, interestingly enough. I don't know if I agree with this with Jake Browning at quarterback, but all right. Aaron says Browning about to be the new JB in town. We'll see. Are they just going to try to get him to jump? I think they might just be trying to get him to jump. All right. And, they're just going to let it run down. Yep, delay of game. Yeah, I didn't think they'd actually do that. I thought that was weird with Jake Browning. You got this brand new guy. If you don't get it, you might really hurt his confidence. And you don't want to do that with a brand new guy, man. All right, Bengals are going to have to punt, and then the Ravens are going to have like a minute and a half. God. Remember when we were optimistic about this game, like right before Joe Burrow got hurt? Remember when I said the Browns-Bengals game on the last day of the year would be for the division title? Yeah, that would be, Sweet Joe. It's not going to be, though, if the Bengals lose this game. 4th and 8, got Brad Robbins coming out. I mean, we're only down by 4, but, Joe Burrow's out. He ain't coming back if, if he's having all those problems with his wrist. And that was his throwing wrist, too. All right, punt is in the end zone. Touchback. Fucking shit. Dude, I don't think Brad Robbins is a good punter. I really don't, because, the Bengals get stopped a lot in these, short yardage situations where you still have to punt. And he gets touchbacks all the time. I don't know if Brad Robbins is a good punter. Oh, Joe Burrow's wrist just fucking snapped. That's what happened. Damn. Maybe he was hurt. I don't know. I was hoping this year would be a Super Bowl. Bills or Bengals would finally win. Vikings too, but they only make the playoffs at best. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Lamar Jackson shotgun snap. Miles Murphy gets some good pressure on that play, and Lamar Jackson's got to get rid of it and throw it away. Maybe the defense will give the offense a chance, man. You never know. Bengals versus refs. Not really. Not really. That I haven't seen the refs do anything egregiously bad yet. I don't think so. I mean, you can call it ref ball if you want. I do think the refs have been calling some soft ass penalties today, though. Not necessarily inaccurate ones, and it's kind of been fairly even on both sides. But I do think the refs have been a little flag happy today. I do think they've been a little flag happy, but then again, they've also just not called certain things. All right, Lamar Jackson's got another shotgun snap. He's going to have to roll out to his right. He's going to throw, and it's dropped by Isaiah Likely. He had to bail out, threw it, and he dropped it. All right, well, that's good. That's good. Hey, maybe the Bengals will get the ball back and have a minute and a timeout, and maybe Jake Browning can go on a hero drive, Wouldn't that be something? Jake Browning, the 80-yard touchdown pass. That'd be pretty cool. Defense, get off the field here. Maybe it might happen. You never know. You never know. Defense woke the hell up, though. I'll tell you that right now. Defense woke the fuck up. It helps that Mark Andrews isn't playing. Mark Andrews being our kryptonite. All right, Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap. He throws too high. Nice. What? What's the flag? What is the flag? What is the flag? Don't tell me there's going to be pass interference. Oh my God, they're calling pass interference. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, you know what? Maybe I might get behind the Bengals versus the refs thing now. Are you fucking kidding me? Cheeto Uzi, pass interference. Let's see that again. I want to see the replay. I did not see that at all. Pass interference. Let's see. Maybe I'm full of shit. I don't know. Holding maybe. Maybe holding, but pass interference. I mean, he barely tugged that jersey. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. Yes, but no. See, this is what I'm talking about. These soft-ass, weak-ass penalties. Bullshit. I guess technically correct, and they... Odell Beckham Jr. down to the 50. Because the Bengals can only cover sometimes. BJ Hill's hurt. Are you fucking... Non-contact injury for BJ Hill. That might be an Achilles or a fucking what do you call it, ACL or something like that. Fuck. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? I was gonna say if we lose this game doesn't mean the season's over, but if we lose all our fucking players, it might be. Are you absolutely kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Can we get a fucking break, man? Yeah, if we lose all our players, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Joe Burrow's out. I don't trust Jake Browning to go on a run. I mean, maybe Jake Browning does something interesting in this game. I don't know, but I don't trust them to go on a run with him. Now BJ Hill's hurt. And about the only thing you can really rely on all year is the pass rush. And even then, that hasn't been 100%, but... About the only thing you can really truly rely on this year is the pass rush. And if BJ Hill goes out, like, that's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it. What a joke. You know, I can promise you, regardless of whether the season's over, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here streaming every single game, shouting "Who Dey" till I die. I don't give a shit. But, this is not good. This game is going worse than I could have ever imagined. This game is the one positive, I guess, is maybe you can kind of like. I mean, if they end up losing and we get all these injuries, then maybe you can kind of come away from the season thinking, you know, if they had just not picked up so many injuries, maybe they would have gone on a run and done something. So at least maybe there's still some hope to be had for future seasons. But Joe Burrow's contract's going to be pretty substantial next year, so... Aints stink worst division in the NFL. They are the worst division in the NFL. That is absolutely true. I don't think the Saints are a terrible team, but I do think the NFC South is the worst division. Al Michael says, don't touch that dial on a streaming device. He's 80 and it's showing. Yep. Jake Browning about to have his Tom Brady moment. Well, if he can get on the fucking field, man. I'm subscribed twice. Thank you, Mikey. I'll subscribe to you twice. Lamar Jackson, shotgun snap. He's going to go to his right, and it's just nobody. There's a flag. Wow. Maybe it's holding on the Ravens. Maybe they won't fucking go up by a second touchdown before the half. Oh, it is holding on the Ravens. Wow. Whoopee. Whoop-dee-doo. Wee. Sorry, guys. It's just hard to be optimistic right now. This is the kind of penalties they called against the Browns last week. Yep. BJ Hill's standing up at least. BJ Hill's at least standing up, so hopefully he's okay. Nothing is more annoying than a ticky-tacky call on 3rd and long when you make a good defensive stop. Isn't it, though? Lamar Jackson shotgun snap on 1st and 20. He's going to throw it deep. And nope, nothing. And there's another fucking flag. They're going to call pass interference on that too. Are you absolutely kidding me? What are they even supposed to do at this point? You can't even fucking play defense. You can't even play defense at this point. Pass interference on the Bengals. Yeah, that's the 3rd fucking one, dude. The first two were ticky-tacky. Maybe technically correct, but ticky-tacky as hell. Let's see what happened here. And it wasn't even... No, he did not pass interfere. Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, Zay Flowers kind of ran into him because, like, he got in front of him. But, like, DJ Turner did not, like, grab the guy or, like, intentionally impede him. Are you... How do you play defense, then? This is a joke. Odell Beckham Jr. with the first down, and he's going to go for more and spins out of the fucking 13-yard line. My condolences, Kyle, if it makes you feel better. We lost our guys, too. You guys didn't lose Joe Burrow, though, Mikey. Like, I'm not trying to diminish what's going on with you guys, but you didn't lose Joe Burrow. There's a difference. It's different. Welcome to the Thursday Night Injury Bowl. Right now it's the fucking penalty bowl, Aaron. I don't usually... You guys know, you watch my channel. I don't usually complain about the refs. I usually actually chastise people for complaining about the refs. Lamar Jackson shotgun rolls around because nobody can actually create any fucking pressure. Picks up like 3 yards, I guess. I don't even know anymore. But you guys watch my channel. You know I chastise people all the time for complaining about the refs. Bengals fans too. But this is just some of the weakest shit I've ever seen. And I don't even know if that's technically a correct call on DJ Turner. Maybe it is. Because the rules are so terrible. I don't even know what to fucking say about it at this point. Maybe we get a pick 6. That'd be something. We got a bunch of turnovers against the Texans. You never know. Tom Brady chuckles. Not even Mahomes will win 4 Super Bowls at most, I bet. Yeah. I don't know. I don't care. Lamar Jackson chucks it deep. Bet you're going to call pass interference on that too, aren't they? Oh, no, they're not. Wow. Wow, they're actually not going to call pass interference on that one. The Bengals are doing it again. They're starting to believe in the ref ball. Well, right now, Richard, look, I'm not here to sit here and say the Bengals are losing right now because of the refs, but I am saying this is some of the tickiest, tackiest shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to sit here and say the Bengals are, like, specifically getting absolutely butt-fucked by the refs or anything like that, but I am here to tell you that this is piss-poor officiating in general. Like, and it's a fucking touchdown. Because Cam Taylor-Britt's not covering Rashad Bateman at all. Fucking touchdown. Right before the half ends, too. With 23 seconds left. It's touchdown. Cam Taylor-Britt just can't get anything. And Joe Burrow's out. I'm assuming. I'm assuming he's not coming back after the half. 220-10. No, that was a typo, but it sure fucking feels like it right now. My God, are you fucking kidding me? Kick is up. It's good. Of course it is. Look, I wouldn't normally be this dejected over being down 21-10. I've seen them come back from worse, but like, if Joe Burrow's out, that's the issue. If Joe Burrow's gone and hurt, that's the issue, man. Yeah, Cam Taylor-Britt just like wasn't even in the vicinity. He got completely beat on that play. First Rodgers, then Cousins, and Derek Carr and Joe Burrow. Yeah, I don't think Joe Burrow's out for the year or anything, Jim. But he might be out for a couple of weeks, and by then it might be too late. Might as well, like, honestly, if he's out for a couple of weeks, maybe shut him down for the season. I mean, maybe see when he comes back, see if maybe they can pick up a few wins. If they're in a spot for a wild card run, you bring him back. But maybe just rest him, man. Jesus fucking Christ indeed, Joe. The Saints almost always get ticky-tacky calls on 3rd and longs when we need it most. Yeah. Dude, again, I'm not trying to blame the refs for where the Bengals are at right now, but I am legitimately analyzing that these calls are ticky-tacky bullshit, and I hate it. I hate it when they call games like this. It's not fun because it doesn't even take any fucking talent to play any games like this. At least not compared to the other NFL players. You know, all it takes is just like relying on the refs to like make a fucking flag. This isn't football anymore. It's fucking just, this is ref ball. It's not even fun to watch. Joe Mixon takes his hand off for fucking 2 yards. Probably just going to go into halftime now. Bengals need to hold the Ravens to 3 here. Well, they didn't, Jim. Break out the whiskey. Whiskey. I don't really feel like drinking whiskey, though. I really don't. I really don't, because I'm going to feel like shit the next day, and I got stuff to do tomorrow. What's the point of defense, then? I don't know what's the point of our fucking defense when they just, like, let other teams do whatever they want half the fucking time. I was waiting for the flag. It's 3rd down. Get ready for another pass interference. You know what's coming at this point. Ravens have 3 touchdowns, and it's not even halftime. That's the thing, dude! And they've had some good fucking drives. That's the thing. Like, Cam Taylor-Britt's out here, like, I know he's been, like, really good at times this year, but he's also been really bad and getting burned in these really terrible situations, man. Like, oh, God. It's halftime. Better update it. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I gotta say, as depressing as it is to be a Bengals fan right now, part of the reason I do these games on here is because, you know, I liked hanging out with you guys, and it makes it a little bit more tolerable when the Bengals are bad, you know? So, if Joe Burrow's out, the Bengals are going to be bad. I can tell you that right now. We ain't making the playoffs if Joe's out. It's just not happening. If Joe Burrow's out for 2 weeks, then maybe there's some hope, because, I mean, I think maybe Jake Browning can beat Pittsburgh, maybe. If you can get like a good, like, if you can find some way to exploit that Pittsburgh defense, then Jake Browning can probably beat Pittsburgh, you know, and you still have a chance to beat him twice too, right? So, I mean, you could make the wild card, and maybe Joe Burrow comes back for a wild card run, but Jesus. If Joe Burrow's out for a while, though, which I don't think he would be, it's just a wrist injury, which will probably heal, but... For example, Jaguars game, Packers, Texans game. There's a lot of defense played in Jaguars games, mostly with turnovers. At least I'm not Tom Grossi with the Packers. What? Or you with the Patriots? Dude, shut up, Richard. Y'all have 7 Super Bowl rings. You can take a year or 2 of being bad. Like, calm down with this. At least you're not the Patriots. Like a year ago, y'all were like, not a year ago, 2 years ago, y'all were like, you know, in the playoff conversation. So it's like, last year wasn't great. You were in the playoff conversation, you know, up until near the end of the year, I suppose. This year, you're bad. Okay, you're bad this year. You won 7 Super Bowls. Y'all can handle it. Get over it. And then the Packers got fucking, 4 Super Bowls? Yeah, 4, because they won the first 2, then they won one with Favre, and then they won one with Rodgers, right? So the Packers got 4 Super Bowls. Richard, and those are, you know, Tom Grossi probably only remembers, might remember 2 of those Super Bowls. Definitely remembers one of those Super Bowls. At least he's gotten to see his team win a Super Bowl. And then you, Richard, you recently saw your team be a dynasty. So no. Being a Bengals fan is way worse than being a Packers fan or a Patriots fan. I don't give a shit how bad you guys are right now. We're about to be bad if Joe Burrow's gone, because honestly, we haven't been that good with Joe Burrow in, outside of a few games. Okay, so I see. He got landed on the wrist, and then he tried to throw, and something snapped in the wrist. Well, that's what we're doing. Well, we are Right now, I'm just waiting for the sweet embrace of death. That's what I'm waiting for. Wasn't too long ago this season felt pretty good, you know? Wasn't too long ago it felt like, hey, the Bengals are going to be something this season, you know? Like, just 2 weeks ago, we beat the Bills, and it's like, the Bengals are all the way back. Now we're going to be on a 2-game... dude, we could come back. He's still questionable to return with a right wrist injury. That seems silly to me. I think he's out. But I don't know. Maybe not. Congrats on your Bengals' great 2-year run. They're not making the AFC Championship a 3rd straight year. That's obvious. Well, you know, I gotta say, Jim, if Joe Burrow's out, yeah. But here's the thing: if Joe Burrow, I actually think if Joe Burrow comes back and we make a wild card spot, I wouldn't rule him out of the AFC Championship. Like, I mean, this team can get hot. We know they can get hot. They just got off a 4-game win streak. All you got to do to make the AFC Championship is win 3 games. That's all you got to do. Win a 4th game, you get to the Super Bowl. They can do it. They went through the Bills and 49ers to do it, man. Like, you know, they beat the Seahawks. They beat some contenders this year. Like, I don't know what's up with Joe Burrow. I'm not sitting here exclaiming that the season's over if we lose this game. I do think the division race is over if we lose this game, though. But that game against the Steelers next week is critical, and if you don't have Joe Burrow for that, that's a problem. Man, so close. Jermaine Pratt was so close to knocking that ball down, and it turned into a touchdown. I'm so fucking crazy. Patriots won 6 Super Bowls. You are not suffering again. Yeah, they won 6, not 7. You don't get to claim to suffer if your team wins 6 Super Bowls in your lifetime. You don't get to claim that. At least you're not a Patriots fan. Like, what do you mean, at least I'm not a Patriots fan? Like, call me when your team goes 2-14 2 different times in your life. And 4-12 one year. And then my brain exploded. So that's how my life was going around that time. So is it Joe's wrist or finger? Well, they're saying it's his wrist. So I thought it was his pinky finger because it looked kind of... His pinky finger looked kind of gnarly to me, but... I mean, I don't know. Maybe his pinky finger just naturally looks kind of gnarly. You know, what it might have been is... It might have been like some swelling in his, like... If it was his wrist, there might have been some swelling in his palm or something. And that could have been making his pinky look weird. So, just from a visual perspective, that could have been what that was. Patriots and Niners will never reach a Super Bowl, and I would love it. I don't know why you hate the Patriots and 49ers. Well, I know why you don't like the 49ers. I don't know why you hate the Patriots that much, though, Jim. Like, the Patriots, like... I personally hate the Steelers more than anything. And the Patriots were the bane of the Steelers' existence. So, I was happy with them. You know, they win 6 Super Bowls, that's fine with me. It's fine with me. It pisses Steelers fans off. That was funny. Have not witnessed the Super Bowl. Yeah, no, Mikey, the plight of Saints fans is pretty similar to the plight of Bengals fans. Except the difference is y'all won a Super Bowl. Now, I know you didn't get to witness it, but at least you have, like, the fact that your team ever won a Super Bowl. Like, we don't get that. You know, I don't get to look back in time and be like, hey, look to the past and look at this cool thing that happened in the past. Like, we don't get that. We get, 3 times that they got there and came up short. And we got 2 plays that come out of it. Like Lewis Billups dropping the interception and then Joe Burrow getting sacked with Jamar Chase wide open. We get 2 plays to look back and be like, man, we would have won the game if those 2 plays had just happened the way they probably were supposed to happen. But we don't get to look back and be like, hey, winning a Super Bowl, that sure was, a cool thing that happened. Look at all these cool highlights of the Super Bowl wins. This tweet is so funny. Eric Eager said, Zach Taylor says that Joe Burrow's right thumb is an amputation candidate. Why? What? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Because it was his pinky that was looking weird, not his thumb. Give him a new nickname, One Arm Joe. Well, I don't know. He's walking out of the locker room. I wonder if... I don't know. They're not putting any, like... They're not putting anything on the arm. So you just kind of wonder if maybe he does come back. Maybe he's okay. If Joe Burrow's okay, then maybe it's possible we could come back and win this game. I know that sounds crazy to say after I just panicked, but if Joe Burrow comes back and he's okay, now if he's not okay, then that's a different story. But if Joe Burrow comes back and he's okay in this game, then this game ain't over. Man, what a disaster that. Even if he does come back in the game, though, what a fucking disaster. Because they were rolling until that happened, and then the defense, like at the very end of the half, they give up another touchdown. Dude, this defense, like, people talking about the Bengals offensive and defensive coordinators getting head coaching jobs next year, and I'm like, under what grounds does Brian Callahan have have anything with that? And Lou Anarumo, like, I love Lou Anarumo, I do, but like this year the defense has not really been, I think, something to really put you want on your resume. The defense has been mostly bad this year. You know, and then like, and they're good at getting timely turnovers. They were good at least in the beginning of the year of not letting touchdowns, like you know, letting you get like 80 yards and then not get a touchdown. That was something they were really good at earlier in the year, but they haven't been good at that lately. They've just been letting opposing teams do whatever the fuck they want, frankly, lately. Like, you know, people talk about like all this talent the Bengals have on the defense, but like, you know, Trey Hendrickson's the only one who's ever consistently doing anything out there. Cam Taylor-Britt is either playing amazing or getting destroyed. So there's that. Nick Scott sucks. He just sucks. Jordan Battle's good, but they're always playing Nick Scott instead. Dax Hill is, you know, Dax Hill's fine, but he's not like, he's no Jesse Bates, I can tell you that. DJ Turner's a rookie and looks like a rookie sometimes. He also looks really good sometimes, but he also looks like a rookie. Cheeto Awuzie has not looked as shut down as he has in the past. So, I mean, like, you know, Mike Hilton is up and down as always. So, I mean, DJ Reader and BJ Hill, mostly. DJ Reader, BJ Hill, and Trey Hendrickson are about the only guys you can really fully always rely on this defense. Logan Wilson's pretty good most of the time, too. And Jermaine Pratt's worth the frustration, I think. Like he makes some bad plays, but he makes enough good plays, and he makes enough like clutch good plays that you're willing to look past the bullshit that you have to put up with sometimes with Jermaine Pratt, you know? Back-to-back AFC North games in Baltimore, back-to-back injuries to starting Ohio quarterbacks. Well, must be a divisional rival. All right, I think we're in the third quarter now, y'all. I'll tell you what, though. The season is over. Y'all are going to see just how loyal I really am. Because I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here even if they're terrible. We could be... All right, Joe Burrow's on the sidelines. So, we'll see. Bengals do get the ball first. That's important. So, let's say Joe Burrow's playing. Let's just hypothetically, I'm not sure yet. You'll probably not see Burrow the rest of the game. Well, fuck. And he's out there though. He's on the sideline. Well, all right. So Bengals do get the ball first though. If Jake Browning can take them for a touchdown drive, which feels like it's asking a lot, honestly. But if Jake Browning can get a touchdown drive, then you're only down by 7. Defense has had some flashes today, so maybe they can get another big stop. The game ain't over yet. It just feels really shitty right now. All right. Kicks through the back of the end zone. Touchback. All right, let's see who's going out there. It is Jake Browning. Okay. Well, it's not real. That's not real. It's just funny. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Joe. I look at Tracy Porter pick 6 every Sunday. Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying. You get that. At least you get that, Mikey. We don't get that as Bengals fans. I remember when people thought Drew Brees was coming in with broken ribs versus 49ers. Like, what? Yeah, I didn't think Joe Burrow was coming in, but I mean, he's suited up. So I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with him. But Jake Browning's coming out. He's going to hand the ball off to Joe Mixon, who spins out of a tackle and only picks up about 2 yards out of it, though. There was a time I was more into ballet than football. Interesting. Didn't know you were into ballet, Mikey. That's interesting. I mean, there's been times in my life I've been into certain things more than football. Sometimes. I don't know. Not too often. Not too often, but sometimes. Hi, I have Tucker as my fantasy kicker. I was hoping for field goals. That's cool, John. I wish they'd hold him to field goals, too. Joe Mixon with the big first down run. There we go. Gets a nice hole. So, hey, we know the running game's going good, and without Joe Burrow, maybe we should rely on the running game a little bit more. Just a thought. You know, I mean, not that you want to, like, hurt Jake Browning's confidence by not giving him the ball, but, oh, man. See, this is the problem you go into in the year when you, like, neglect the backup quarterback position. A.J. McCarron is on the sideline, but he's not suited up, so he's in sweats. All right, Jake Browning, another handoff. There you go. And about a 4, maybe a 5-yard pickup. Probably 4. But Mixon's having a good drive here. Just keep running the ball. If you keep running the ball like this, you're going to get a touchdown, so that's something. Okay, so I've got some things I haven't seen here. Just one more. Okay, so 3 field goals, Cincinnati would be winning 10-9. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it, John? Yeah, wouldn't it be? That would be the case. That's accurate. I agree with that. 2nd and 6. Could be down 21-13 right now. Be a fake handoff to Travion Williams. Jake Browning's going to throw, and it's caught. The Jake Browning-Trenton Irwin connection's a real one. That one's working out. Jake Browning can throw the ball to Trenton Irwin very well. And despite the fact that Trenton Irwin didn't catch one of them, technically, and that was the correct call by the refs, it did touch the ground. It's bullshit. I hate that rule, but it is technically true. And I'd be belly aching if we saw a replay and they didn't call that for the Ravens. I'd be like, no, you got to call that. It's the rule. So I mean, it's just like you can't have it both ways. You have McPherson as your fantasy kicker. I've got him in a league or two, I think. Jake Browning gets out of pressure. Nice. And he's just going to scramble out to the right, and he's just going to slide, get down to about the 40-yard line. That was 1st and 10, and that was about a... That could have been like a 5-6 yard sack, and it turned into about a 5-yard gain. Jake Browning out here doing his best Joe Burrow impression. Definitely evading a lot of pressure on that play. Damn, Jake Browning. Okay, I see you, Jake. Let's go get that touchdown. Get ourselves a touchdown here, and we'll only be down by 4 points, to be fair. Because we're only down by 11 right now. Fake handoff. He's going to throw it deep. And that's Shedrick Jackson, but he couldn't come down with it. Now, hold on a minute. How are we not calling pass interference on the Ravens? If the Bengals get called 3 times in a row on some soft shit, why aren't we calling it on the Ravens? I'm not even saying that was pass interference, but, I mean, he was definitely, hugging him. I want to see a replay of that, man. I want to see a replay of that. Because if you're going to call that on the Bengals, why aren't you calling that on the Ravens? I don't want to get too deep into the refs, man. I really don't, because it's not the refs' fault we're losing 21-10. But stuff like that is infuriating when you see it, to be fair. 3rd and 5, Jake Browning, shotgun snap, and he's going to roll back. And is that going to be a false fucking start? Don't tell me that's going to be a false start. Is that another delay of game? It's another delay of game. How the fuck have we gotten this many delay of games? That's going to be 3rd and 10 now. Well, that might just kill the drive, honestly. Unless he throws it to Trenton Irwin again. If he throws it to Trenton Irwin, we might do all right. Well, we're certainly in prime punting territory here. Not that Brad Robbins will do anything interesting with it. Jake Browning takes a shotgun snap. He rolls back, throws it deep, and he's got Trenton Irwin, and that's pass interference. There you go. There's the flag. All right, we're finally getting pass interference called for the Bengals in this situation. There we go. Yeah, dude, Trenton Irwin got fucking tackled on that play. Like, there's no way they can't call pass interference on it. There we go. Bengals get bailed out by a penalty. There we go. There we go. I sure love winning by technicality. That's Rock Ya Sin. You know, fantastic name, but you still can't do that. He tried to rock his sin. That's what he tried to do. He tackled Trenton Irwin. He just straight up tackled him, and he didn't even look for the... That's the most pass interference I've ever seen in my life. And, you know, yeah. That's the most pass interference I've ever seen. And yet, I was still kind of worried they weren't going to call it. Because that's what we've gotten today. We've gotten technically correct calls on the Bengals and nothing on the Ravens. All right, it's going to be a short 1 yard, maybe 1.5 yard, 2 maybe, for Joe Mixon. I don't know. Yeah, either way, it didn't go for much. But yeah, my biggest... The thing that pisses me off right now the most about the penalties is just that the Ravens aren't really getting a lot of those technical calls like the Bengals are. But again, it's not the ref's fault that we're down 21-10. It's just not. All right, Jake Browning, 2nd and 8. Takes the shotgun snap, rolls out of pressure. He's doing a great job of that. And he's just going to run for it and maybe picks up about 2 or 3 yards. Not 100% sure why he did that. So it's going to be 3rd down now. 3rd down about 6. That was a weird decision. There must have been nobody open for him to do that. I wonder if he was thinking he could angle it for the 1st down, but decided to go out of bounds instead. I don't know. I will say, a field goal here puts you back within a touchdown at the very least. So, offense is moving. Offense is frankly moving better with Jake Browning than it was with Joe Burrow. So, I don't know. All right, shotgun snap. Throws. Caught. Trenton Irwin caught it, but it's just short. Oh, no, they're saying he dropped? No, he didn't drop it. He caught that. Oh, let me see the replay. He definitely came up with it. Did it hit the ground or something? Oh, yep, it did. Okay, it did. Yep, yeah, it just, it got knocked into the ground and bounced, yeah. Now, that was just a really good play by 28. Can't do anything about that. That sucks. All right, Money Mac, come on, make it a touchdown game, and maybe the defense can do something, and maybe Jake Browning can keep this energy up. All right, kick is up. It's good. There we go, Money Mac. I hesitate to say Money Mac because he doesn't feel like he's money anymore, especially when it comes to these long field goals. But still better than Randy Bullock, frankly. I have McPherson as my fantasy kicker. Well, you just got your points, Mikey. All right, it's 21-13. This game ain't over yet, you know. Browns beat the Ravens with Deshaun. Well, I know Deshaun Watson had season-ending surgery after the game, right? So, I don't know. But the Bengals are a second-half team, and the Ravens are a first-half team. Those are true, accurate facts. So, I mean, maybe we can get a big turnover here, you know. Jake Browning's moving the ball. Be nice to see him get it in the end zone, but, you know, Jake Browning's moving the ball, and that's more than I had hoped for, honestly. So, like here's the thing. What you just really, really, really hope for, is that Jake Browning can keep you. Is that Joe Burrow's injury is going to take a couple weeks to heal, and then he'll be back and he'll be fine. And then, you know, you're hoping that Jake Browning can keep your head above water. Maybe you beat the Ravens, but, you know, even if you beat the Ravens, like, you got to win a lot of you can't really lose any games right now in the division. Like, I mean, you got the Steelers up next week, and asking them to go on a winning streak with Jake Browning seems like a lot. But I mean, you definitely could potentially position yourself for a wild card spot. And that's, I think, what you're just hoping. You're hoping Jake Browning can just keep their head above water. Maybe they can win a couple of games that you wouldn't necessarily expect them to win with Jake Browning. Joe Burrow comes back and they finish strong. That's what you're really hoping for, Season's not necessarily over. Depending on what the injury is. If Joe Burrow's out for the year, then I'd be tough to see them make the playoffs with Jake Browning. But, I mean, you never know. It's a talented team. It is a talent. They are talented. Like, it's not incorrect that they're talented. Tell you one thing, that missed field goal sucks right now, though, because they'd only be down by 5. So, like, right now they're down by, they're down by 8. So, it's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, but that missed field goal would have had them down by 5 instead of 8. And that'd be putting you in a much better position than being down by an extra point or a touchdown in a 2-point conversion. That's the main thing right there. Today is National Fast Food Day. Why do we have a National Fast Food Day? That's terrible. Sorry, we shouldn't be encouraging people to eat more fast food. That stuff's so bad for you, man. All right, Evan McPherson. Kickoff. Touchback. San Francisco, as my defense, picked up the Chargers on their bye. They got 27 points versus the Jets on Monday Night Football. 49ers got 20 last week. It's 2 straight weeks of my defense getting 20-plus points. I've been having a bad year in fantasy, honestly. Like, I've got a couple teams that are doing well, but like all of my teams that I'm like really invested in, they're all doing badly. Like I got a money league, and then I got a league that I'm doing like with other people in PFF, and those are the 2 leagues I really wanted to focus on this year. Both of those leagues I'm doing very badly in. So, yeah. I'm not having a good fantasy football year. All right, Gus Edwards just breaks everybody's ankles on the Bengals defense, and he gets it down to the 50-yard line. Are you fucking kidding me? Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Pittman are on byes this week. Mm-hmm. How is Murphy? Murphy's Murphy, Mikey. Had to block 2 trolls yesterday. I generally don't block trolls. I have had to do it once. I'm not going to name any names, but you know who I'm talking about. It's the only troll I've ever blocked because he just would not stop. He was relentless, and he was getting to the point where he was just harassing to harass. And I don't put up with that, especially because he was starting to harass some of you guys too. Lamar Jackson throws, and that's caught by number 88 because he just had all fucking day to throw. I think starting Aaron Jones and Hunt at running back. My 3 wide receivers are not on bye. Thielen, Lockett, and Cooper. We'll start 2 at wide receiver and the other one at the wide receiver running back slot. I do have Achane, but he's on IR still. Achane's going to be coming back soon, though. So, that might help. I'm so pissed off at this game, I actually just missed what happened on first down, so to get him off IR, I would have to drop someone. I see what you're saying. Do you got some expendable guy on your bench? It'd be weird if you didn't. And Achane's worth dropping most of the expendable people, to be honest with you. It's 2nd and 3, so it must have been a 7-yard gain, so that's not good. All right, and it's going to be another handoff to Gus Edwards, and they just let him get a first down. They're 5-yard pickup. Did they give up? It looks like they just gave up. It looks like they just fucking gave up. They can't get a goddamn thing done out there. And I know they don't have Sam Hubbard, and I know it sucks not having Sam Hubbard, but good God. It can't be all not having Sam Hubbard. It just can't be. Got Joseph Osai and Cam Sample in there. BJ Hill's playing. That's good to see. Lamar Jackson throws to Keaton Mitchell, who picks up 9 yards. This is depressing, man. This is fucking depressing. Like, I don't know what the hell is up with his defense. Yes, Mikey, the troll was a young Patriots fan. But again, I don't want to start any drama, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But y'all know who I'm talking about. I didn't want to ban him, but I had to. I don't even know if he gives a shit. All right, it's going to be a handoff. Oh, no, Lamar Jackson's going to keep it, and he's going to pick up the first down. Because, of course, he is. We need a turnover. Like, we really need a turnover. And I hesitate to say that because, like, I don't even know if a turnover is going to help. Because we got a bunch of turnovers against the Texans, and that didn't fucking help. I'm not going to actually accuse the defense of giving up. But the way they're playing, the way they're getting shredded, looks like they've given up. Because you know they're way more talented than this. We got another handoff to Keaton Mitchell, and, yeah, 3 yards. I ate fast food and will tomorrow when I get checked out after the poetry slam. If you want to eat fast food, Mikey, you can. I'm just telling you, that shit's terrible for you. But, I mean, you can do what you want. It's free country. Achan and Hunt, I'm 50-50 on who I should start. I would probably drop Hunt or Cooper. That is tough. Lamar Jackson shotgun snap, and hey, they almost get to him. Oh, no, they do get to him. He fell down, I think. Did they trip him? I think that technically counts as a sack. Lamar Jackson's limping. Lamar Jackson is limping away. Oh, yeah, no, Lamar Jackson just fell. Lamar Jackson just straight up fell. Oh, okay, his shoe dragged on the floor. He tripped. He tripped. So it's a sack, but it's technical. Not really a great defensive play. It just got lucky. Come on, hold him to a field goal, defense. Lamar Jackson takes it. He's going to run, and Jordan Battle gets him. There you go. All right, field goal time. Jordan Battle stopped him from getting the first down. I'm telling you, they got to play Jordan Battle more. Like, and they are, by the way. We've seen a lot of Jordan Battle in this game, and I'm very happy to see that. In lieu of Nick Scott, that's good to see. Although it appears that Mike Hilton's playing safety. What? Mike Hilton's playing safety? That's weird. I can still talk. No, not you, Richard. A different Patriots fan. Again, I don't want to... All right, field goal's good. Defense held them to a fucking field goal. Great. All right, so Bengals are down 9. It's starting to get to be a little bit of desperation time. Joe Burrow's pissed on the sidelines there. Can't do anything. No, not you, Richard. We had a different Patriots fan who was in here for a while. I'm not going to name any names, but there's this kid who, he was a fan of the channel for a long time, and then just out of nowhere, he just started harassing the shit out of people. I don't know what happened, but he just, out of nowhere, just started getting wild. And I unfortunately had to ban him because he was becoming... I didn't feel, it wasn't just that he was harassing me, it's that he was harassing Mikey, and he was harassing other people in the channel, and I'm just like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Yeah, well, you know what, Mikey, honestly, y'all's offense right now is better than our offense, so... London is on bye this week, but he's doing good on the season. Yeah, well, I'm sure somebody's got to be doing good for the Falcons to be, having the record they have. My QB, Hurts, had a bye last week. I picked up Levis based on his easy schedule. Hurts is a very hard schedule coming up. I already dropped Levis for probably Dobbs. I'd still play Hurts. I wouldn't necessarily play Levis unless Levis has got like the perfect matchup and like and it's like Jalen Hurts is going up against like the Browns or something. Like I wouldn't. I would still start Hurts over Levis. I would. I had to block them for cussing me out and calling me high. I had enough. Yeah. It wasn't. It was untenable. It was an untenable situation. It wasn't fair to anybody else in the chat. I don't like banning people because my perspective is like the trash talk is part of it, right? Like we're all sports fans. We're all here to like we trash talk. We have fun. Like everybody trash talks. It's fun. It's just part of the game. We're all having fun. We're all doing our thing and whatever. And you also don't want to be soft about it too, right? But this guy just. It's literally all he would do, and he would just like get mean and start saying like really rude things, and he was getting to the point where he was starting to use slurs and stuff. So like we had to ban him, like we had to. Like there was I couldn't not like in good conscience I couldn't keep him on the channel. It just wasn't fair to me. It wasn't fair to y'all. So I couldn't keep him there. It sucked even more when you're like, you're such a small channel and you're banning people who are like, like consistent subscribers who are always showing up to the chats and everything like that. Like that's the thing that really like hurt the worst is the fact that he was like a consistent person who was always there. And I was such a small channel and still am a really small channel. And so it's just like every subscriber you have is like makes a big difference. And so, it just kind of sucked having to ban him. Not as much as losing Joe Burrow in this fucking really important game, though. Jake Browning's going to get the ball, though. Maybe we can get a touchdown. He was moving the ball pretty well, to be fair. He was moving the ball, but, like, we need touchdowns, man. We don't just need to move... We don't just need yards. There's a flag on the play, and Jamar Chase is finally going to get a fucking catch in this game. That's about a 9-yard pickup. There's a flag, and I'm imagining it's probably offsides on the play because they, it was like right at the snap, but they didn't stop the snap. Oh God, it's illegal formation on the offense. Can we do fucking anything? And it was on Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase was doing the illegal formation. Can we do anything, man? Mikey, you're a troll, but we have fun. I mean, I came to your chat and I was trolling a little bit, but it's all good. It's all fun. Jake Browning shotgun snap on 1st and 15, and he just jumps around and takes a fucking sack. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do at this point. Odafe Owe. Wow. Yeah. That might be the first time all year I've seen Orlando Brown Jr. get, like, totally beat. That might be the first time I've seen that. That sucks. All right, it's going to be a handoff to Travion Williams, and he gets, like, 5 yards on 2nd and 22. I definitely feel like, I put out a short video. This is why you never leave a game early. And to be clear, I know we lost the Texans game. I'm aware that we lost. But it was still fun to be at the game at the end there where, it felt like we were going to win and, see what's going on and et cetera, whatever. But I'm not going to lie. Right now, it feels like, this feels like you kind of want to leave the game. Because, like, what hope do you have? Like... The Jake Browning was moving the offense with them for a minute. Hold on. Deep pass to Jamar Chase. Browning. Jamar Chase catch! I'm not sure. He might have been out of bounds. They didn't show the thing on the broadcast, but Bengals look a little dejected, so there is probably not a catch. Yeah, he didn't even get 1 foot down. Okay. All right, well. Yep, so it was looking a little interesting there with Jake Browning, but now I think I'm afraid things have regressed more towards the mean of what to expect out of this offense with Jake Browning. Punt is away, Brad Robbins. Down to the 43-yard line. 44. Yeah, he hated soccer. I don't know why he hated soccer. Forgot his name, but I think I know who you're talking about. Yep. He lost his shit. I said I don't like soccer. No, I'm sorry. I said I like soccer. I like watching soccer. Soccer's fun. And the second I said that I like watching soccer, he lost his shit. He left the chat that day, and then he never came back and was ever positive ever again. That's not true. There were a couple of times he came back and he was just talking normally, and you thought it was going to be he was going to go back to normal. But he just literally, the second I said I like soccer, he just immediately quit. Which honestly has got to be the fucking dumbest shit I've ever heard of in my life. If you're that offended over somebody else's opinion of just liking something, then you're an idiot. And I know he was 11, but still, that's some of the weakest shit I've ever heard of in my life. I'll be honest with you, I don't miss him. I don't miss him because he was constantly a fucking brat. But it did hurt in the moment to have to ban him though, because you just like I said, every subscriber's precious when you're small like that. Even now, every subscriber's precious. I hope that if I ever get to Tom Grassi's level or anything like that, I hope I still have that perspective. I love every single subscriber. It's gonna be hard when you have that many subscribers, but I mean, that's just I know every single one of you guys. I love seeing all y'all in here, and I loved seeing him in here, and it just sucks to lose a guy who's active like that, Yeah, I don't miss him, but I definitely he was the first one to really make this chat active. Before him, I never had anybody in my chats, and he was the first one. He claimed to be my first subscriber. I don't know if that was accurate, but I know he was definitely a very early subscriber. And he claimed to be my first subscriber pretty regularly, and he was always active in my chats, and he was one of the first people who kind of came on and made me feel like somebody's watching, because I'll tell you what, there were a lot of live streams where I did this, and I was just talking into thin air, nobody was here, it was just me talking to myself the whole time. It was kind of sad, really, but, it sucks, though. I mean, you just can't act like that, you just can't, and I'm not going to stand for it. It's disrespectful. He mentioned me on another small channel. What a fucking loser. What a fucking loser. Lamar Jackson hands the ball off to Keaton Mitchell, who... Wow, Miles Murphy just gets completely destroyed on that play. It's like a 15-yard pickup. Dude, this game is stupid. This game is fucking stupid. I want to beat the Falcons' ass next week, alright? I'm sure you do, Mikey. I wanted to beat the Ravens' ass. I like soccer. Dude, soccer's good. First of all, if you don't like soccer, I disagree with your perspective, but you don't, he was just such an asshole about it, too. I don't know what the hell happened. That soccer incident, he got mad and got possessed. I know, he got possessed by the demon of hating soccer. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah. Well, I mean, game's not over, but it's looking pretty bad right now. The defense, I yelled at him earlier. I was like, have some fucking pride. And Trey Hendrickson, grew some pride and did something. But at this point, they have no pride. There's no more pride left. They're just letting the Ravens do whatever they want. Joe Burrow's hurt and everybody's given up. That's what's happened. Joe Burrow's hurt and everybody gave up. Everybody's out there making business decisions on the field now. Nobody cares. Speaking of soccer, at least FC Cincinnati's doing well. Yep, FC Cincinnati's the best team in MLS right now. Maybe they win the Cup. That'd be pretty cool. I might stream the Cup if they're in the Cup. Lamar Jackson shotgun snap. He's going to throw it deep, and that's Odell Beckham Jr. doesn't catch it. And hey, they didn't throw the fucking flag for once. The Browning to Chase catch would have been good in the CFL, but Jamar Chase just ran out of real estate. No, it wouldn't have actually. He didn't even his first foot came out of bounds, came down out of bounds too. I saw the replay. His first foot came out of bounds too. Soccer is sad in Mexico, Germany. The fans kill each other. Yeah. The sport's fun though. I can't tell you about the fans, but you did take his place, Mikey. Mikey, you definitely fill that role that he left. And the difference is you're not an asshole. Like the thing is, Mike. Again, I'm not gonna say his name because I'm really not trying to start drama. But he was like kind of consistently always an asshole, and Lamar Jackson's just. Yeah, I really think the Bengals just gave up. And that's going to be too far out of bounds for Zay Flowers. But, oh God, now DJ Turner's hurt. I really think the Bengals just gave up, man. I kind of feel like giving up, honestly. I'm not going to. We're going to stay here till the game's over. But I'm not going to lie. I have some school projects I need to do. That might be more fun than watching the rest of this fucking game. Yep, you did take his place, Mikey. He was kind of an asshole kind of consistently, but he was also like usually pretty good about being in the chat and stuff. But he was also like, if you remember, he was also always like demanding that I shout him out, and then just like, like saying like, like just being really aggressive about being noticed in chat and stuff like that. And like if I didn't respond to one of his comments within like 5 minutes, he'd throw a fucking tantrum. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. All right, Justin Tucker's coming out for the long but not too long field goal. Kick is up, and that's going to be good. Ravens go up 27-13. I really should leave. I'm not going to. I'm going to make you guys that promise. I'm not going anywhere. But FCC lost to St. Louis City. What? Hold up now. Like in the playoffs? Wait, no. St. Louis City isn't... Hold on a minute. Okay, so Cincinnati won the first round of the playoffs. What exactly are you talking about, John? St. Louis City losing 5-1. They might have at some point, but they were also. I noticed. I went to an FCC game near the end of the year, and it looked like they were just kind of phoning it in because they already basically had the supporter shield wrapped up. But they beat New York Red Bulls. Looks like 4-1. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But they play Philly on the 25th. Yeah, they play Philly on the 25th in the semifinals. Then they got the conference finals, and they got the MLS Cup. My hope is that they win the MLS Cup. And I'll tell you what, if FCC is in the MLS Cup, maybe I stream a soccer game. That'd be kind of fun. Because honestly, if Joe Burrow's hurt, I don't know really what else to do with the Bengals here. I'll be streaming all the games, don't get me wrong. But we also need something to be excited about. Joe Burrow hands the ball off to Joe Mixon, who just gets hit in the backfield. Nothing. This is depressing, man. I did not come here expecting to have a depressing game like this. I definitely thought there was a chance the Ravens win this game, but I did not think it'd be depressing like this. And the only reason it's depressing is because Joe Burrow's hurt. And you don't even know what's going on now. Commented 10 times to say hi. And that was a regular occurrence, Mikey. Constantly happening all the time. When this person was here, I don't know if I remember them. When was this person here? Oh, he was here... like I said, he was basically the first person who was active in my chat. And he was there all the way through, I want to say, sometime this most recent offseason. I I think it was like one of the off-season, like before the preseason streams. Or no, it was a preseason game. He was here until a preseason game, and then he just like completely lost his fucking mind during a preseason game, and I was just like, enough is enough, dude. You're out of here. Bad weather, mom and dad, another couple had tickets. Really expensive first season, around 150 per person. Yeah. I mean, when the team's good, they're gonna sell for a lot. The tickets are gonna sell for a lot, and also that's a really expensive stadium they built. So I mean, it's a good experience, but yeah, tickets can be expensive at those FCC games. Bad weather made the game start really late. Yeah, that's the thing about soccer is they will start that game super late if it's even slightly bad weather. For example, I watch basketball. You don't. You watch soccer. I don't. I don't watch NBA for sure. I would watch NBA if they bring the Sonics back. I would. I'll make that promise. I have watched NBA at times before, like when LeBron James left Cleveland, and like Cleveland fans had a collective meltdown. I thought that was funny. So I was a fan of the Miami Heat for a while. And I got kind of into basketball a little bit at that time. I'm also a Kentucky Wildcats fan, so like I'm always keeping up with college basketball. I watch from time to time, but I definitely don't watch it like I watch football. Like I'm a nerd about football, guys. Like I'm a nerd. I'm a football fucking nerd. Like we get intricate here when it comes to football. Like, there's a reason I have a whole channel built around football. It's not because I'm trying to, like, make it big and make a bunch of money off of just doing something. I made a football channel because I don't have a whole lot of friends who get really into football the way I do. I have a couple of friends who will watch it with me, but that's about it. My dad gets really into football, but, I definitely think I've surpassed him, so it's like he can't always keep up with me. My family that I have here, like my wife and my kids, none of them really like football. Murphy's kind of up and down on it, but he's 8, so I don't take pretty much anything he says right now seriously at all. But my wife and my daughter don't like football at all. So it's kind of nice to have that juxtaposition, like if the Bengals lose, like this game's super depressing. But you know what? I'm gonna like when this game's over, I'm gonna like get up, I'm gonna go walk out the door, and then my wife's probably gonna be asleep, but I'm just gonna go to a completely different fucking world where nobody cares about football, So, it's kind of nice to have that separation where they don't like football and I do. And especially because now I have this channel where I have an outlet for watching football with other people. I started this channel, I started doing these game streams partially because I wanted to give people who aren't able to watch the game an option for having something. I can give them audio commentary, even though I can't actually show the game itself. But also like having the interaction with you guys, like even Jim's coming in here and trash talking a lot, but I love it because Jim's, that's just part of the thing. It's part of the fun. That other person who does all the trash talking, that's the kind of trash talking we don't deal with in here. But like Jim's brand of trash talking, that's fun. I like Jim coming in here and stirring the pot a little bit. So, didn't they go, so they came home. It started really expensive tickets, so my mom wasn't happy about wasting them. So she took me. We got there at halftime around 11 p.m. My first and only St. Louis game. Interesting. I actually went to the first ever FC Cincinnati home game, at least in MLS. I also went to one game when they were in the USL, like back before they made the jump to MLS. We're in the fourth quarter now, by the way. So let me go ahead and update that. I really give much of a shit about it beyond that. But, I took my wife to see the first ever FC Cincinnati home game as a member of MLS, back when they were playing at Nippert Stadium, actually. And they beat the Portland Timbers 3-0, and it was awesome. And I was like, hey, is this what life is going to be like? And then, no, they were really bad for a while. But they're really good this year. They're really, really good this year. FC Cincinnati St. Louis game was in April. Well, bad games happen, man. Bad game. And that's what I've been trying to tell people about this year. Bad games happen. But right now, this is a catastrophe of a game. I'll tell you that right now. Tanner Hudson gets a ball on 2nd and 10 and picks up about 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. And I think the Jake Browning magic has run out, guys. The Jake Browning magic is out. So, I think the division hopes, unless something magical happens here, I think the division hopes are pretty much dead. We will not be winning the division for the 3rd straight year. But perhaps, we can still sneak in with a wild card spot. Maybe get that 7th seed or something, right? Joe Burrow, hopefully he's not hurt for too long. Maybe he's out another week or something like that. But maybe Jake Browning can beat the Steelers as he throws to Tyler Boyd, who drops the pass. Tyler Boyd's going to need to learn to catch a fucking pass, though. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you what, this really makes that Texans loss hurt all the much more, though. It's going to be 4th and 8. They're going to punt. But this really makes that Texans loss hurt even more now. Because with that Texans loss, now suddenly we're 5-5, and we've got to really kind of claw our way back into a playoff spot. Now, again, I'm convinced that like 10-7 will make the playoffs. So if we can just get back on track, Jake Browning beats the Steelers, maybe Joe Burrow comes back the week after, and then maybe we can sneak into a playoff spot at that point. Wild card spot. So season ain't over yet, but I do think the division might be done. I do think we might be about done with our hopes of winning the division. Because right now, with Jake Browning, our offense looks completely inept. There was a little bit of magic at first, probably because they didn't have any tape on Jake Browning, but they looked like they figured him out by now. Saw most of the goals. It was rainy, but the stadium had its seats covered like Europe stadiums too. Fans were dry. It was such a unique experience for my first pro soccer game. Yeah, no, dude, that new stadium they built is awesome. Keaton Mitchell gets 5 yards on the carry. But yeah, that stadium FCC built is really, really nice. It actually isn't as nice as it was supposed to be, and it still turned out pretty damn nice. Like they actually had to make some cuts on certain features that looked really cool, but. Didn't know I had a daughter. Well, I'm not going to explain it too much, but I didn't have a daughter, Mikey. I have a daughter now. She used to be my son. Yeah, my older child. So just for what that's worth. I'm not trying to say anything negative about that. I fully support her and everything like that, but just to explain in case you were confused. My dad is really into soccer, but not going out that late at night. Hold on. 3rd and 2. Keaton Mitchell gets the first down. It's like they're playing with no fucking pride out there. They're just letting them do whatever the fuck they want. Trey Hendrickson should have just fucking sat down if this is the way the defense was going to play, man. Man, we were winning, too. We were winning. We were up 14-10. We were winning this game. And then catastrophe happened. I'm the only one who's a football nerd in my household. Yeah, your mom's an Eagles fan, right? I remember you mentioning that. Bengals bite hard on the play action, and Lamar Jackson keeps the ball, runs it himself for 9 yards. Why do I bother? Why do I fucking bother? Because I said I would. That's why. Because I said I would. I hate streaming services. Can't flip channels as easy, so I'm not watching the game. Fair enough. I actually prefer streaming services. Like, yeah, you can't flip the channel as easily, but you get everything on demand, and I prefer that personally. 2nd and 2. They're probably just going to let him get the first down here. And, yep, first down. There's a flag, though. Maybe it was holding. The number one rule of trash talking, always keep it about sports. That's why I block a lot of people. That's the number one rule about a lot of stuff, Mikey. Like really, you can say, holding on the Ravens, hey, what do you know? But, here's my thing. You can say whatever you want. And for the most part, I'll take people saying stuff about me. You know, like, I'll take it for the most part. It's when you start, like, making my fan base uncomfortable. Or you start, like, really kind of, like, getting in the way of the show and stuff like that. That's when I start having a problem. Like if you want to come on here and you want to, like, try to bully me, you can go fuck yourself, because, like, I don't take that shit. You know, I'll bite right back. You know, I'll say some mean shit too. But if you're getting in the way of the show actually, like, you know, happening, if you're making my audience uncomfortable, if you're making it so that I can't actually, like, you know, focus on what I'm trying to do, then you gotta go. Like, you know, I'm sorry. And like I said, as a small channel, I hate to do that sometimes. But you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here if you're not gonna be respectful. Like, that's just what it comes down to. Like, can you imagine in school if you were talking to a fucking teacher like that? They'd fucking kick you out of class. You know? I don't deal with it. I just don't deal with disrespect. And I won't straight up ban you for it, but I will crawl down your throat over it. Hey, Bengals defense gets off the field. What do you fucking know? 4th and 6, and the Ravens are going to have to punt. There's the pride. My dog died on All Saints Day. That's a terrible time for that to happen, Mikey. I'm sorry. Jake or AJ next week? Dude, I think it's pretty clear that Jake Browning ain't shit. We'll see what he does in the next 10 minutes and 40 seconds, but if he can't generate anything, I would say give AJ a shot, honestly. I would say give AJ a shot if Jake can't do anything. Because, like, he was moving the ball earlier, but he couldn't get it in the end zone. So it's like, what does it fucking matter if you can't get it in the end zone? All right, that does go for a touchback. It takes a Bengals-friendly bounce. Y'all won the division last year. We did win the division last year. We won the division the year before that. Probably not going to win it this year now. This Ravens game was kind of the crux, you know. This is going to be our 4th loss in the division of the year. There's absolutely no way we win the division losing 4. Like, you can't go 2-4 in the division and win the division. Like, I mean, you can, but you're probably not going to. The Ravens would have to completely collapse at this point for us to win the division. So, I mean, it's just not really viable. The wild card is still in play. It really just depends on if Joe Burrow can come back quickly and what they can do in the interim. Because, like, I mean, I fully believe we don't really need an offense to beat the Steelers. We need this defense to play better than they've been playing, though. This defense has got to fucking step up. Oh God! And you know what? You know what I think I dread the most about all this, and I kind of had this thought the other day. But you know what really sucks the most about losing? What sucks the most about losing isn't hearing it from the other fans, because you're going to hear it from the other fans. I give other fans shit, too, when they don't believe in us, and then I'm just like, you know, we won, you know, when you rub it in somebody's face, and that's just part of the deal. What I dread after losses like this is dealing with the Bengals fan base. Because, like, I might have to just stay off Twitter all week, dude. I'll be honest with you. Because, like, people are going to come away from this game saying some wild, crazy shit. And I hate that side of sports. I really hate that side of sports. Like, talking about this player sucks, that guy sucks, fire this guy, fire that guy. I guarantee you, there's going to be, like, you know, a shit ton of fire Zach Taylor posts coming. Even though, again, we were winning. Joe Burrow gets hurt, and then and now it's just it's hopeless. Kind of feels like when Carson Palmer went out against the Steelers, you know? It just feels fucking hopeless. But people are gonna blame Zach Taylor because the offense looks bad. It's like, of course the offense looks bad. You got fucking Jake Browning in there throwing the ball. Like, but I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe that doesn't happen. But that's the thing that's gonna get to me the most, I think, is dealing with other Bengals fans. It's not dealing with, you know, Saints fans and Eagles fans and Patriots fans and Chiefs fans. Chiefs fans are really annoying, but, It's not even dealing with those fan bases that bothers me about the losing. It's dealing with my own fucking fan base, and they make me want to run my fucking head into a wall sometimes. I swear to God, the Bengals fans have a tendency to just say crazy shit when they panic. Your mom likes the Eagles, Chiefs, and the Rams. Bro, that sounds like the most bandwagon thing I've ever heard of in my fucking life. I don't know your mom, but that sounds really bandwagony to me. Joe Burrow shotgun snap. Jake Browning shotgun snap. I said Joe Burrow. I'm losing it. I'm literally losing it. It's going to be third down, and I don't know fucking what. I don't care. It was like a 1-yard pickup. It literally doesn't matter. It's probably going to be third down and like 8 or something. I don't know. 3rd and 5. I hope that person is doing good. Hopefully he has changed. I don't think he's changed, John. I hope one day he changes. I don't think he's changed at this point, because part of the issue is Jake Browning. Jake Browning does a really good job of getting out of pressure, but he does eventually get tackled. 4th down. Yeah, John, so I doubt he's changed right now. I hope he changes one day. I hope he realizes that he's being an asshole and stops being an asshole. But, like, part of the issue is he's a middle schooler, and that's just, middle schoolers are just dicks, man. Like, they just are. Like, I don't entirely fully hold it against him because he's a fucking middle schooler. He's just being a middle schooler. I was a fucking douchebag when I was a middle schooler, I definitely did a lot of things that I grew up later and I look back on and I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I acted like that. So I don't know. I wanted to kick one teacher out of her own class. Yeah, well. Watson done for Cleveland. I don't even care. I honestly don't even care. Like, I'm honestly kind of sad about that because, like, as much as I don't like the Browns, I do like Thomas. So, like, I kind of, if the Bengals can't be good, maybe the Browns can go on a run or something. But Watson being out, that sucks. And Joe's another guy who's, like, in my chat all the time. He's a Browns fan, and he's real cool, man. Like for those guys, I've always hated the Browns, but like now, I don't know. It's just like, 2 really cool Browns fans have helped me kind of like build all of this, and so I have trouble hating them, and I'd like to see them do well. If the Bengals can't do well, I don't want to say I'm going to root for the Browns, but I certainly might be happy to see Thomas and Joe happy. Rest in peace. It's over. Bengals and playoff hopes entered the word slim. Sorry. Well, I don't know about if we're quite there, Jim. Division hopes are definitely slim. I mean, that's technically not over. But the division hopes are definitely, I would describe as slim at this point. But, like, the wild card's still on the table. The wild card's definitely still on the table. Like, I mean, I think 10-7 makes the playoffs. And, I mean, we still got 2 more losses that we can take to get to 10-7. Gotta start winning some division games, though, man. Because that's who we're going to be competing with for these wild card spots. And like the Browns and the Steelers are going to be the ones we're going to be competing with for the wild card. And the Texans, but yeah, hopefully the Texans just like start winning a lot. But I don't know, what's the Bengals' upcoming schedule? Bengals upcoming schedule. They got the Steelers, and then they got the Jaguars. The Jaguars, those are 2 very winnable games because, like, the Jaguars, you just, rely on getting a lot of turnovers and stuff. The Steelers, they have no offense, so, I mean, you're hoping something there. The Colts are very beatable. The Vikings are up and down. Steelers, The Chiefs, you're hoping Joe Burrow's back for that game. If Joe Burrow's back and they're playing well, then maybe, I mean, that's the thing. Maybe they beat the Chiefs, honestly. Like, they're not beating the Chiefs with Jake Browning, but maybe, though. Maybe they can beat the Steelers, Jags, Colts, Vikings. Maybe, you know, if Joe Burrow is, like, going to be back in a few weeks, which that's my hope, then maybe, you know, you can get him back and you're on a bit of a win streak. Or you've only dropped, like, a game, maybe. You know, and then Joe Burrow comes back and you probably have to win out. But it's possible. It's possible. I think they can make the playoffs at 10-7. I really do. So, I mean, that's you know, you get 2 more losses, and I think, you know, you probably lose at least one of these upcoming games with Jake Browning, maybe 2. There's a false start on the offense. I don't even know who's even on offense anymore, to be honest. Oh, it was the Ravens. They're on offense. They false started. Megan Gallo says, "Why do you like the Bengals?" Is that like a real question, Megan? Because like if you're genuinely asking, it's because I grew up in Cincinnati and because my dad had season tickets to the Bengals games growing up, and it was like, you know, one of the most fun things in the world for me when I was growing up to go to the Bengals games with him. It was like it was just one of the coolest parts of my childhood. So I grew up just, you know, loving the Cincinnati Bengals, and then like around the time I was starting to come of age, the Bengals started getting good, and it just kind of felt like, you know, destiny was happening as Odell Beckham Jr. Just completely obliterates the Bengals secondary for like a 50-yard gain. Because of course he fucking does. There's a flag on the play. It's probably going to be helmet-to-helmet hit on the Bengals or something. I don't fucking know. But that's the real reason why I like the Bengals, Megan. Illegal contact on the defense. I don't fucking care. That's the real reason why I like the Bengals, Megan. If you're asking that sarcastically, because I'm... If you're asking that sarcastically, it's because I'm a masochist. Because I just love pain. That's why I'm a Bengals fan. But genuinely, the reason I like the Bengals is because I grew up, my dad was a Bengals fan. He had season tickets, and that was one of the highlights of my childhood, was going to Bengals games with him. So that's why I like the Bengals. Grew up around here. Someone said we should trade Olave for an O-lineman. Depends on the O-lineman. But I mean, like, you know, it also depends on Michael Thomas, what's going on with him. Lamar Jackson's going to hand the ball off. Nope, he keeps it, and he just obliterates the Bengals. Nobody wants to tackle today. You used to be a diva? Yeah, we all used to be divas in middle school, Mikey. The Browns became the Browns, yep. I love how as soon as Watson got hurt, it's suddenly the worst trade ever. Funny. What do you mean suddenly the worst? It was already the worst trade ever. Like I mean, Watson was kind of starting to play a little bit better. And so you're thinking like, hey, maybe he kind of puts it together. Maybe it no longer looks like the worst trade ever. But people have been talking about that ever since they traded for him, really, because of all the allegations and everything. And people are like, you know, like it's already looking like one of the worst trades ever because you got to deal with all that mess. And then he just hasn't been playing well, and people are still saying it's the worst trade ever. And now he's hurt, and it's looking like he's just, like, for another year, he's going to do absolutely nothing. And he's actually, like, missed more games than he's played in a Browns uniform. And you gave up all that capital. So that's why people are calling it the worst trade ever. And it's not suddenly. It's people have been saying that for a minute now. Teacher said I enjoyed being handicapped. She's fired now. Well, that's a shitty thing to say, Mikey. Still remember my old Christine number. Name. Yeah, I remember that too, Mikey. From Ohio. Yeah, I'm from Cincinnati. I live in Fairfield, Ohio right now. You're new here? Well, welcome, Megan. I appreciate you showing up. If you like the vibe, I can't imagine you really like the vibe very much right now. Because this is just the most depressing game I've watched in a long time. But I mean, usually it's more upbeat than this. So, but you know, I mean, I'd appreciate if you support the channel. We'd love to see you in here more. I remember everybody who subscribes to this channel. I appreciate and I love every single one of you that do. So, Megan, if you like football, if you like pain, this is probably the right place for it. But, you know, I mean, the Bengals might be good at some point, so that might be fun to watch, too. You know, and hey, you know what? I mean, like I've been saying, the wild card's not out of the as the Ravens do get a touchdown, by the way, but like it's like the wild card is not completely out of the realm of possibility right now. Bengals dropped to 5-5, but they could get hot. They could make the wild card. It could be fine. And once you get in the playoffs, then all that matters is that you're in the playoffs. You know, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, Bengals sideline is looking dejected as fuck right now. I'm feeling pretty dejected myself, Jamar Chase. I feel your pain, brother. I'm not sure he feels my pain, though, because I've been in this since I was fucking 4 years old. He's been in this for like 2 years. Although, at the same time, he's also been putting his blood, sweat, and tears on the line for the last 2 years, where I've been sitting in a chair, you know, talking to a screen. Occasionally, like, in a seat at the game. But yeah, anyway, Megan, it's usually more upbeat around here than this. Sucks that this is your first experience with the channel. But, you know, I do try to put out regular content, too. Like videos and stuff like that. It's been tough lately because I went back to school. And I'm really trying to focus hard and get the most out of school this time. So, unfortunately, I just don't have time to put out as many videos. But, I mean, I'll probably put up a short of my very depressed reaction to this game, if there's even a short worth putting out. Like I don't even know. Like, does anybody even really just want to watch me be like depressed? Really, honestly, like, I mean, maybe I know people like watching pain, but like this is a little beyond pain. This is just like dejection. Like it's one thing to lose and it suck. It's another thing to just feel completely like there's no hope. Like I said, the only thing I'm holding on to right now is a wild card still in the realm of possibility, and anybody could get hot. The Bengals could get hot. And maybe Joe Burrow's injury isn't as bad as it looks. That's the only thing I'm kind of hoping for. But if it's Jake Browning the rest of the season's over. You like the Battlehawks. Caw-caw! I do like the Battlehawks, John. I was doing XFL content there for a minute, but it was kind of hard to keep up with, and the XFL content wasn't performing very well either. So, you know, I decided to focus on stuff that was, you know, going to be more have more interest with other people. But it's like, you know, some of the core audience, you guys appreciated the XFL content, but for the most part, most people didn't like it, or just. Maybe not so much didn't like it, but just didn't care about XFL, and also like the view count was constantly very low on that. Then again, I do put out those power rankings, and those power rankings never perform well at all. I just like putting out power rankings, But I don't like the XFL so much that I really want to make videos about it that badly. That's the other thing. So if the videos had performed better, I'd probably still be making them, but they didn't. So here we are. Okay, well. Just to be clear, this game's over. So I appreciate all y'all being with me. Because I'm here to the games. I'm here till it says 0-0-0. I gotta sit through this for another 5 fucking minutes. I really don't want to, but I'm going to because I said I would. Lamar and OBJ with the nail in the coffin on that bomb. Dude, that wasn't the nail in the coffin. That was a knife in the back. That was like we were already dead before that. It's actually 34-13 now. I probably should update that. Because it's my job. Yeah, knife in the back. It more that than the nails were already in the coffin. Joe Burrow going out for the game, that was the nail in the coffin, frankly. Believe me, being a masochist more. Well, Richard, frankly, the reason why I'm still a Bengals fan is probably because I'm a masochist. It's not why I started being a Bengals fan, but at the same time, as bad as the Bengals have been at times over the last like 10 years or so, when I was little, the Bengals were awful, and I mean like horrendously awful. Like just like there's no hope. I actually literally grew up when I was a little kid. I literally believed that the Bengals, there was a rule or something that the Bengals were not allowed to make the playoffs. I didn't think that was like I didn't think that I thought that they were in some other like division or something, and that division wasn't capable of making the playoffs or something. I didn't realize like when the Bengals when like when I got a little bit older and the Bengals had like some better seasons as Jake Browning gets sacked, like it was starting to look like like they were talking about playoffs. I was like, whoa, we can make the playoffs? That's a thing. And then 2003, I was a little older at that point, and I knew the Bengals could make the playoffs. But that was like the first year where it felt like maybe we were going to. And then it didn't really happen until 2005. But dude, that was such an exciting year, and then such a depressing, like as depressing as this game is, this isn't even like. This might not even be like one of my top 5 most depressing moments as a Bengals fan. Like number 1 was probably the number 1 most depressing time I've had as a Bengals fan was when Carson Palmer got hurt against the Steelers. And part of that was because of my age, and it's harder to regulate your emotions when you're younger like that. And then the second most depressing. I'd say probably the 15 playoff loss when like we had it won and then Vontaze Burfict screwed it up. And then oddly enough, the Super Bowl, nice run there by Jake Browning. Where the fuck was that the rest of the game? The Super Bowl honestly, doesn't even come in until like 3, because the thing about the Super Bowl, and I said this after, I was doing the show when we were in the Super Bowl, so you can go back and watch my old stuff, and definitely on the Battle of Ohio podcast. But I said after we lost the Super Bowl, I'm like, I'll take losing the Super Bowl every single year if I get to watch that, because it had been a long time since I had watched the Bengals be competitive. And I had never seen the Bengals go on a run like that before. So, if the Bengals lose every year, but they're competitive and they're going on big runs like that, big throw to Trent Irwin. I'm sorry, that's Tanner Hudson. Way too late, and the Ravens are probably just trying to milk the clock, but whatever. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, we lost the Super Bowl, and that sucked. But you kind of came away from it feeling like, hey, they're going to be back. And I know they haven't made it back yet, but they almost made it back last year. And, honestly, if they somehow make the playoffs this year, then, they're going to be red hot. And then if they're red hot, they could make it to the Super Bowl. So, I still believe it's possible even now. That's the crazy thing. And then definitely next year. Get everybody back and healthy, start over, go through another year, and just don't have as many, catastrophically bad plays next year. Maybe we get it done next year. I don't know. But it just feels like at some point we're going to win a Super Bowl with Joe Burrow. I don't know when, but it feels like at some point we're going to do it. But, that wouldn't have even, been a register on a thought of a pattern when I was a little kid. But after we went to the Super Bowl in 21, I was like, hey, it really kind of feels like we'll be back, and even if we lose every single time, this was still the most fun I've ever had as a Cincinnati Bengals fan. So it was depressing to lose, but it wasn't as depressing as some of the other losses we've had, because it was there was the bright spot of hey, at least this was fun, Jake Browning scrambling for a first down there. And then number 4. So yeah, that was probably number 3. Number 4, holding on the defense too. Interesting. So the Ravens are just getting sloppy, probably because they don't care. Game's over. But yeah, number 4 was probably losing to the Chargers in the playoffs in 13. Because it felt like we had a really good team that year, and then we just came in and we just sucked ass. We sucked ass against the Chargers that year. But at the same time, I didn't think that was a Super Bowl team or anything. And then number 5 was when Joe Burrow tore his ACL in his rookie year. That was really depressing. That was really depressing. That actually might be number 3. I might switch to Super Bowl and Joe Burrow tearing his ACL, honestly. Trent Irwin gets a first down. Gets it down to the 1 yard line. Cool. Hey, we might get a touchdown. A garbage touchdown, but a touchdown. You saw me comment on your Josh McDaniels short? Yep. You give me a lot of love, Mikey. I try to give you a lot of love. Bengals, we keep losing games this year. You don't know what it's like. Bills and Cardinals. Oh, yes, we do. Yeah. No, I know the Bills. I know the Bills. Bills and Cardinals definitely know what it's like. You know, the Bengals aren't the only team that has, hey, Jamar Chase got a touchdown. Hey, so that might help my boss with her parlay. Cool. Jamar Chase got in the end zone, and he doesn't even look happy about it. That's the fucking crazy thing. I don't really care. Jamar Chase is pissed. He got the touchdown, and he's like, God damn, finally. Would have been nice if we could have gotten a touchdown like this on a previous drive, though, Jake. Just saying, man. And with the extra point, it's going to be 34-20, so we're going to be down 14. Kick is up. That's good. Yep, 34-20. It's like you can't even get excited about the touchdown because, you know, this game is just a shit show. And Jamar Chase doesn't even care that he got it. I prefer XFL over NFL. St. Louis, my home city, has a team. I don't prefer XFL. I mean, you know, my hometown has an NFL team, so that I know. But like, I mean, just the product's better in the NFL. Like, you know, you get. I mean, the refs are definitely worse in the NFL, but like the overall quality of football being played is better in the NFL, just straight up. It's like I don't really like college football for the same reason. It's just worse football. Won the biggest rant of the year award. I remember you mentioning that. The Rams were bad, then they left. That's probably why I'm a bigger baseball and hockey fan than an NFL football fan. Well, yeah, I can imagine you'd be pretty salty about that, John. I don't really like baseball at all. And actually, I'm not going to lie, I don't really like hockey either. I find them boring. I find hockey and baseball to both be fairly boring. We going to get an onside kick? Yeah, looks like it. And that's just straight up in the air. And it's caught by the Ravens. I'm not sure what I was expecting. How old are you in one? How old am I? I'm 31. I'm 31 years old. That's how old I am. Yes, I am 3 years older than you, Richard. I am 31 years old. I hate Odell Beckham Jr. I really do. I really hate Odell Beckham Jr. He's so fucking cocky. He's upset because they're losing. I don't blame them. Don't blame him. Who? Jamar Chase? Yeah. Yeah. Because this is the second loss in a row, and last week it's like this loss would have been bad, even if we had beaten the Texans, but it wouldn't have been like it's like now it's like the division race is over. Like, it's done. There's no winning division. We're going to be lucky to make the wild card, honestly. Like, you know, I mean, I still think it's, you know, like, worth fighting for. It's worth believing that it can happen. But at 5-5, you've got maybe 2 games left that you can lose. You're going to have to go on a run starting, like, next week. Like, you've got to beat the Steelers. If you don't beat the Steelers, yeah, it's still possible. But I mean, you basically lose all your breathing room if you don't. And not to mention, the Steelers are one of the teams you're going to be competing with for a wild card spot. So Gus Edwards takes the handoff and he gets wrapped up behind the line, but literally nobody cares because that's going to be the final play of the game because nobody's going to take a timeout because why the fuck would you? All right, well. Bengals get swept by the Ravens. We were winning, and then Joe Burrow got hurt. I'm sure Ravens fans will be happy for the win, but, you know, I don't know, like, they still did well against our defense, but, like, how much can you really read into beating us when Joe Burrow's hurt? I don't know. I don't want to take anything away from the Ravens winning, but I'm being analytical here. Like, you know, yeah, you won, but does it really mean anything when there wasn't much to it on our end? Like, Jake Browning's not going to win the fucking game. Lots of people find baseball boring, and I'm not alone in that. Yep, I've tried. I've legitimately tried, and I just can't get into it. I've legitimately tried. I tried on this channel, if y'all recall, like earlier this year. I tried to do some baseball videos, and I just couldn't keep up with it, man. Because I didn't care. Because I just don't care. It's boring. Sorry, Kyle. Wasn't trying to rant, but the Bengals game got me mad. So what came out, came out. What did you rant about? Mikey, I don't see any ranting from you. I mean, you're yelling a lot, but I mean, you're just talking about stuff. So, I mean, you're fine. You can say whatever you want, bub. We play the Bengals in 2026. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Do you know you've been chatting in all caps all night? Well, it's not all night, but it's been for like the last like half hour or so. We're both depressed. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking depressed right now. I'm pretty fucking depressed right now because I don't really know how you come back from this. I really don't. Like, as I keep saying, a wild card spot is still on the table, but man, you've got to fucking turn it around like now. Like, you've run out of breathing room. You've got to fucking turn it around now. And without Joe Burrow, it's just that much harder to actually turn it around. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but if he didn't come back in this game, then he's probably not going to come back for at least a couple weeks. So, yeah, I push back against people who are saying that that's the end of the season. But I'm not going to lie, it definitely feels like the end of the season. It definitely feels like that's it. It's not. There's still there's still more to do. You know, they can still go on a run and make the playoffs. It can happen to anybody. But it feels like it's over. It really feels like it's over because it would take a special run at this point to do it. And here's the thing, if they go on a special run, if they make the playoffs at this point, they'll be one of the hottest teams in football. And, you know, the Super Bowl's back on the table. But it would take a special run for them to make the playoffs. Now, here's the thing. Let's say Joe Burrow comes back in 2 weeks, and they lose their next 2 games with Jake Browning. But then after that, Joe Burrow comes back. And then Joe Burrow's just like on his game. He's ready to play. They start like cooking. Then they could very easily, very, very easily win out their last 5 games. Maybe not easily. No game in the NFL is easy, but like the Bengals could totally go on a run, win out their last 5 games, finish 10-7, and then that's probably enough to get you the number 7 seed this year. But the offense hasn't even looked that great with Joe Burrow in there. You know, they've had a few big games, like the Cardinals game. You know, they did pretty well against the 49ers. But there's been a lot of, like, not so great games this year from the offense. Like, you know, the offensive line looks better, and somehow the offense looks less explosive. Like, you've just had basically nothing from T. Higgins all year. Outside of like a game or two. You've gotten up until very recently, nothing from the tight end position. And so teams have been focused on shutting down Jamar Chase, which happens in way too many weeks where Jamar Chase just gets totally shut down. And then what's Joe Burrow supposed to do when he has, when he's got nothing to work with? And the fact that we came into this game, the fact that like a couple weeks ago we were 5-3, that was remarkable because of the way that this team was playing. But now we've dropped another 2 games, and we just got swept by the Ravens, and it's just, yeah, I'll be here watching until week 18. We could be eliminated from the playoffs by week 18. I'll still be here to watch week 18. But damn, man. This is we're gonna look back on this season in a few years, and we're gonna be like, that one got away from us. That season had so much potential, and we let it get away from us. Damn, man. Damn. And I hate to be this fatalistic about losing one game. I chew out other people for doing it all the time, but it just feels like that. Like I don't know how they overcome this, because they're just consistently, the defense is consistently playing like this. Like, you can't rely on turnovers. They didn't get any today. That's why I say you can't rely on turnovers, because you're not always going to get turnovers. They play like this all the time, and then they mask it with getting turnovers. And then people are like, oh, this is amazing defense. And it's like, it's not. It's a defense that lets opposing teams do whatever the fuck they want, and they just kind of like lie in wait for them to make a mistake. And then they capitalize on the mistake. They're really good at capitalizing on the mistake. But those types of mistakes aren't always going to happen. And if you don't do that, and then your offense is like, putting up like, lucky to put up 21 points in a game, which they have been for a while now, then this is the result you get. So people talking about Brian Callahan being a head coaching candidate next year, and I'm like, I don't know how the fuck Brian Callahan looks like a desirable person to be in your organization right now at all. Now, to be clear, I'm not trying to sit here and be like, fire Brian Callahan. I'm not gonna like get on that train at all. Like, we could lose every single game the rest of the season. I'm not going to start calling for anybody to be fired, just because like this system has worked so well over the last 2 years that like, I think we should at least give it another year to make sure that, like it's definitely broken before we just start ripping it apart. But man, that one sucks. You're out of here, Mikey? All right, see ya. You probably already left because I was ranting, but NFL season is so short compared to MLB. MLB plays 17 games in about 3 weeks to a month. Yeah, I know. They oversaturate the fuck out of their market. But I mean, I guess that's kind of cool when you can just come home like literally any day and turn the baseball game on if you're into it. That does sound kind of cool. But look. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's like 11:30. I do have some other shit I need to go do. This one hurts. And it would have been one thing if they had lost today. It's another for this to happen with Joe Burrow and for the defense to look like this again. Because it's just like, if we had lost this game, but it was like a close loss and you felt like something good out of it, you're like, okay, well, they're going in a bad direction, but they just get their heads out of their ass, and this is a good football team, and they can go on a run because we've seen they just got off a run, But I don't know. This just feels a little different. I don't know how they come back from this because, like, there's too many things that are wrong right now. But I don't even know if anybody's even watching anymore. So, but I appreciate all y'all who did show up. And if anybody is still watching, I appreciate you coming. For anybody who may be watching, if you aren't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe. It really helps me out. I do put content out, but I haven't put a whole lot of content out in a while because school is a lot for me. John, you're still here. What's up? Good night. Yep, I'm out of here. I'm just going to end up ranting if I stay any longer. This one sucks. It really, really sucks. Okay, well, I'm out of here. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It doesn't feel good, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I'm a Bengals fan, win, lose, or tie. So I'll leave y'all, as always, with a hootie!